Song, he's on the microphone, and then boom,
with Jason Ross.
No, he didn't. Yes, he.
Staring at me in anger. I would like to acknowledge that I'm not in studio with you. And I think it's important to understand that I have once worn my USC Trojans dad t-shirt. And if you can't see this, let me stand up here. See, it's a USC Trojans dad t-shirt. Jason will get that in the delay in about 3, 2, 1.
Dave loves LA. Dave loves it.
I think it's important to acknowledge two things. Number one, I have only once worn this in your presence, and that was after she got accepted, and I was really, really proud, and you understood, sort of. Secondly, wait, what was the second thing? It's also important to remember, you know what? It's not that I'm wearing a USC shirt, Jason. I think it's important for you to think of it this way. I am, if I cover it up here, I'm wearing a dad shirt. That's really what it is. Like, it should have dad up top and then USC in tiny letters. This is just.
So you would be the dad of USC?
USC's daddy. Yeah.
Daddy.
And then secondly, I am temporarily away from home, which is why I'm remoting today. And when I packed my bag, I have a bag that's ready to go at all times. I just have a bag in my trunk. I feel like that's advice somebody gave me once, and I always have an outfit.
If that first USC check ever bounces,
I'm gone. Exactly, it's getaway. So I had to leave town on a whim, and it was actually after I was doing something else, Jason. This was when you and I were talking. I had to leave last night. I had to leave on a whim, and I had the bag packed. And generally that's for, like, if I just decide to head up the hill from somewhere else during the weekend. So this is like slog around clothes. But then when I got here and I got dressed this morning, I went, oh God. Then I forgot about it. And then I didn't even realize why you were angry at me. I thought it was because of the different voices that I'm using.
No, that makes it better.
That actually makes it better.
Yeah.
If I was saying,
Jason, I'm so sorry for wearing this shirt. Please forgive me.
you know, that's.
wait, put on the voice modulator?
Okay, go ahead.
No, put it on.
You're stupid. It's on. It hurts my feelings, Chris. I'm going to call my big friend.
Hey, Chris. No, that's not the big guy.
Hey, Chris.
Hey, Chris. There it is. Do not mess with Dave today. His daughter will yell at you. Don't laugh at your own jokes, Dave.
So, anyways.
Oh.
Sorry, Jason.
Okay.
Is that a K of forgiveness, or is that a K of let's just move on?
I don't know. I'm just trying to wrap my head around that you have a go bag and it's got your USC dad shirt in it.
Yeah, I like, if you'll notice, I'm wearing a Giants hat because it is opening day, so that was kind of fortunate. and I'm wearing a USC shirt. Let me see. I did, however, kind of pack matching shoes today. So
with which part?
Matching shoes with the shirt.
Oh,
yeah. I mean, what do you want from me? I didn't, Jason. You and I were a team. I wanted her to go to UCLA. I was fine with it.
I heard it.
Been just fine with UCLA.
Just fine.
I mean, I would have been. You know what I mean. We could have both been wearing matching UCLA stuff.
Yeah.
We could have each had UCLA mugs.
I'd been an honorary band member.
Yes. Better campus location for visits.
Absolutely.
Like 5 minutes from my sister as opposed to 25 minutes.
Better stadium.
By far.
Where does UCLA play their football? No, I'm dumb. I honestly don't know. I know USC plays at the Coliseum. Because I know, didn't UCLA play a couple at SoFi? What? Am I supposed to know this?
Yes.
Hold on. Okay, hold on. Then nobody help me. If I'm really supposed to know this, I'm trying to visualize a USC or UCLA. God, I keep doing that. Sorry. I'm trying to visualize a Bruins football game right now. I see the gold helmets. I see the baby blue jerseys. And they're playing football at a stadium, but I can't picture the stadium in my head.
How many years have they been playing there, Jason?
38.
38 years. They're playing. Well, how many state football stadiums are there? There's a Coliseum. There's SoFi. That's it. Those are the only football stadiums in LA.
Well, it's older than SoFi.
Oh, I would imagine so. Okay, I'm looking it up. I don't like you guys. Is it like it's gonna be something dumb like Bruins Stadium or something?
So close.
Very close.
Football stadium. Where does UCLA play football at? Oh, yeah. Okay, I'll wear that. I'll wear that on my face. I'll wear that. I'll walk around in a robe, wrapped up in that.
Now who's rolling the dice?
Daddy, I want to go to UCLA Stadium.
It's at SoFi, right, Daddy?
The Rose Bowl.
Oh.
The Rose Bowl. I don't know why I didn't.
I would say probably one of the most iconic stadiums in our country.
The granddaddy of them all. Oh, Nelly.
I'm trying to think now. Did I know the Rose Bowl was its own stadium? Or did I just think the Rose Bowl was a bowl game at a stadium? Is that the only stadium named after a bowl game? Is there any others?
Cotton Bowl?
Why do they call it? What?
Cotton Bowl?
Is that where they play at the Cotton Bowl?
I think so. Actually, I don't think that the Cotton Bowl might not play at the Cotton Bowl anymore.
Yeah, they probably play at Dallas. So they play at AT&T or something.
Yeah, I think you're right. Why did they start calling it a bowl in the first place? Why is it the Gator Bowl, the Fiesta? Why is it a bowl? A bowl game? What does the bowl say? Why isn't it a plate?
Someone probably said ball game, and then they just confused it.
You think this whole thing could be because of a mispronunciation? Why do they call? Maybe you're gonna have a bowl.
I had a
call
bowl.
it a bowl game. It's interesting. They're called bowl games because they were originally played in stadiums shaped like large upturned bowls. The term originated from the Rose Bowl.
Wow.
Which began in 1902.
Seems like there's some history there.
They should have a parade.
Ha!
That's what my wife will always tell the kids stories about how she used to, for the Rose Parade, she would go with her mom and dad when she was little. And I guess there's a whole thing where kids can, well, maybe it's adults too, but she with a bunch of other kids would, after the floats would go by, they could go and pick up all the flowers and keep them. And so she'd go home with like a giant handful of flowers. And
I helped on one of the floats.
Did you really?
Yeah.
Did you get to ride on it?
No, absolutely not.
That is kind of a bucket list thing for me. I want to, Jason, you might have done this. I want I want to ride on a float at in Mardi Gras
Oh,
for some reason.
okay.
And they have like I know they have. I got a buddy who goes out there and does it every other year. They have like I'm gonna get it wrong, but they have like clubs and stuff that basically they're I think a lot of them are charitable, but their big purpose is like every year they put out a giant float for Mardi Gras, and then they all get to ride on it and stuff. It's a big fundraiser and all that. That would be kind of cool to do that, ride through Mardi Gras on a float.
That's a bucket list for you.
Well, the biggest bucket list would be I would like to ride on a float in a parade. That parade would be in Sacramento.
Oh,
I would like to ride on the. Do you think if the Kings ever won the championship, do you think we would get our own float to go? Like, there's like obviously there's the Kings part of it, but then like then behind it's like a little NBC Sports California one, and like all the partners, like here's a Sactown Sports one. And we get to like throw out little.
We're in a wagon.
Yeah,
they're pulling us. Okay, in this alternate universe, your bucket list is to ride in a parade for the Kings championship, but that is also ironically, for whatever reason, the same time you won the lottery to go to the Masters.
Wait, hold on. What? Hold on. One of my bucket list items is to
ride in a parade for the Kings championship. But the times don't match up, but somehow they do in this crazy question. So you get to ride in a Kings championship parade, or that's finally the year you won the lottery to go to the Masters, and that's the day you get to go.
Masters gets pushed back 2 months because of a devastating storm.
Yes.
So whether it's I mean, you could make this you could just say attend. In all seriousness, I mean, we're not going to have a float, so attend the Kings championship parade or go to the Masters. Okay. Now, question that I know what the answer is because you're not going to make this easier for me. Have I been to the Masters yet?
No.
Yeah, of course not. You know what, dude? I honestly don't know. Whatever the list is, you can count it on one hand of things that would keep me away from a Kings championship parade. And it's not the Masters. I'm trying to think like birth of a grandchild actually, that's a really good one. First because obviously it's going to be way in the future.
You sure?
So it better be. So first grandchild birth.
That's why I thought you were USC granddad.
First grandchild birth or Sacramento Kings champion. I think you know what? They don't need me at the. What am I going to do? It's not like when my wife had kids where I'm in there like Wild Kingdom, dodging and ducking. I'm not sorry. I'm not doing that with my kids. Either my daughter or my daughter-in-law. Ain't happening. I'm the dude in the corner with zero view of the action by choice. Just like I'm a cheerleader. I'm rooting. I'm nervous, and I'm basically there to support everyone, but obviously my kid. So I'm not a main player in that, nor should I be. I'm just window dressing. So yeah, they might actually. I know they wouldn't say it, but God, for all I know, my daughter would be like, Dad, no, I'm more nervous if you're there and be better. But the problem wouldn't be that. The problem would be explaining that to my wife.
Right.
Yeah, I'm going to go to the parade. I would make it, you know what I'd do? I'd make it a work thing. I'd be like, I asked them and they said I could not go. That's the great thing about the job. I can use sports dreams as a work excuse.
I'm going to write it off.
What literally would keep, Jason, is there anything on top of your head? Like, okay, here we go. Here's a good one. You're going to hate it though. Funeral for one of my parents.
Ugh.
Well, I know, but look, I'm trying to find something here, dude. Funeral for one of my parents. I don't want to specify who. I don't want to jinx anything. Or King's Parade. Dude, honestly, I would probably move the funeral. I'd probably have that power.
Yeah, you'd have control of that.
My sister would. I think she'd understand. Okay, so funeral, no problem. Grandkid, I don't like, honestly, I don't know. Wife undergoing major surgery. You know what? She's going to be out. She's not going to know I'm not there.
Yeah, you could start there.
God, is there literally anything in the world? You know what? Honestly, in all seriousness, I am into jinxes. Not okay. It would have to be something involving my children that was I had to be there for. I think that's it. I think that is the only thing. If Avery or Mason were in peril,
here's one. Here's one that could happen. Realistic timing. Well, close. Graduation from USC for Avery or Kings Game 7 of the finals.
Oh, God. And, of course, they're at the same time, right?
Of course.
And that's a believable timeline because that would be about 7 years away from now.
Yeah, I agree with you, Chris.
Oh, that's a great point, Chris. Let me see. And, of course, in this world, I can't watch one and then fly and watch the other. You're going to say they're at the exact same time.
Of course.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah.
Do you remember the movie Bull Durham?
I heard of it.
You've seen it, right?
Of course.
I don't know if you've mentioned it.
Is it a rom-com?
Well, it is with sports.
Okay.
There is a scene you may remember where the team's been getting their butts kicked. They get in late. They got a game the next day. They're out drinking beers. And Kevin Costner's character, Crash Davis, bets the kids to him on the team that there will be a rain out the next day, to which some guy pops up basically like, we're in North Carolina, dude. There's no rain on the horizon forever. So he makes the bet. And then after the bet is made, he goes and he breaks open the door that controls all the water at the stadium, and he turns on the sprinklers and he floods the stadium. And of course, they can't have a game the next day. I don't want to give away my strategy, but let's just say I think USC graduation would end up having to be delayed for some reason due to inclement weather. Then they'd probably pull some garbage like, we're going to move it into the George Lucas Studio Stadium.
Yeah, you parents have paid for this weatherproof building we have.
So if it's a USC graduation and parents have flown in from all over the world to watch their kids graduate, like I've told you, my daughter's roommate this year is she lives in Shanghai, China. Like everybody from all over the world's coming in to see their kids graduate. And I somehow devise a plan to delay the graduation for a day so I can go watch Game 7 of the Sacramento Kings versus whomever for the finals. Is that, in your opinion, a selfish act or a necessary act?
Well, it's kind of brilliant, honestly.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you.
That's what I'd go with.
I think that's about it. Obviously, I'd have to go to my kid's graduation, and it would freaking kill me because you have to see your kid graduate. I am finding out with a child at a very expensive university that graduation is twofold. It's obviously you're proud of your child. This is their last bit of school, you hope, and they're about to go off into the world. But I'm now realizing that graduation is a double-edged celebration because it's also giving you a quite sizable raise in your monthly income. So I think when you see parents crying at their children's college graduations, I think in a large aspect, it's because they're thinking about all the things they're going to do now that they've got all this new money that they can play with. Like my gadget purchases have... If you had stock in things I bought on Amazon or the frequency of Amazon purchases, they have cratered. You think oil prices? My goodness gracious. Because, stupid kids going to stupid school. When she gets out, that is a celebration. That being said, you're out there. It's usually late spring. It's going to be hot. You're sitting with thousands of other people. And it's like when I went to her high school graduation last year, obviously it was great. We cried and clapped and all that. But let's just be honest. 99% of watching your kid graduate is having to golf clap for every other kid.
You don't have to.
But I feel it necessary, and really because I want to glare at people that don't clap when my kid gets up there. Yeah. So I don't want to be a hypocrite, right? So you got to clap and pretend like you mean it for the other kids. But really, you're like, and the first few you're into it, like, all right, Billy, all right, Chelsea, And then by like the G's, you're just like, God,
How much longer?
can you just? And then you say to your wife,
can you say my kid's name now so we can go?
like, you know what? What? Hey, Jason, this is where they need to think smarter, not harder. Like, how great of a fundraiser would it be for these schools if they sold, let's say, 30 spots in graduation, regardless of alphabetical order, which is how they do it now, I believe. 30 spots, and each spot from 30 to number 1 got more expensive. And it could be a fundraiser for the, I don't know, art wing. And especially at a school like USC, like, I want to see my kid get up there first so we can hit the road. How much money could you raise selling off the top 30 spots so that you can get your kid up there first?
I mean, it's a cash grab, but a smart one.
It's a smart cash grab. College State should do that, help fund the football thing.
Yeah.
There you go, Doc.
Or what if they have some sort of betting thing where you could say like plus 200, a kid falls down on his way to get his diploma.
Micro bets for that.
Yeah.
Oh, you're so right. Like, will there be a dance? Will some kid bust a move on the stage?
How crazy would it be if a kid fell and the entire audience, yeah!
Well, then you're
Honestly,
like, Dave, that's where you tell your daughter, like, all right, look, we got to help pay some of this, get some of this money back. Your
Yes.
odds of doing, X are really low. So or really, whatever it is, you know what to do.
It's plus 800, someone does a handstand. Can you do that, honey?
Yes.
She just throws the graduation. There's 2 things in the world I'm really surprised don't happen more. Number one, that there's not more hijinks at graduation. Because when you think about it, once you're up there, like, I'm just going to be extreme here, but let's say like it's not little, it'd be adults. Billy Johnson gets up there and he gets his diploma and he turns around and he moons the crowd and he's got the logos of the school on each cheek, right? Like, what's the recourse? You just graduated. Like, what are they going to do? Suspend you?
Yeah.
What are they going to do? Fine you?
Get the
You're
diploma
done.
in your hand first and then do the action.
Yes, exactly. So I'm surprised, especially with college age kids that are crazy. Like, you don't see more kids getting hammered before the graduation and then going up there and doing something silly. Secondly, I'm always fascinated by this, with how crazy the sports world is, with how crazy fans are, with all the things going on and all the great and terrible things that go with being fans. How it is that I don't want to say never, I'm sure it's happened, but really never. And by the way, with all the betting and money going on, let's see, what would it be? Zalatoris on the 18th green, 6-foot putt to win the Masters. This could be the moment of his life. And then all of a sudden, on his little back thing for the putt, some guy's like, Baba Booey, just outright as he's swinging. Or maybe it's a playoff, and I'll keep using Will Zalatoris because, he was in Happy Gilmore too. It's Zalatoris versus Tony Finau on the first playoff hole at Augusta, Georgia. And somebody's got money on Zalatoris. So Finau goes into his backswing for his driver. And then somebody goes, mashed potatoes. Like, you never see that. How... especially on the 18th hole on Sunday when half the crowd is incredibly lubed up. They're ready to go. How do you somehow have that type of discipline amongst tens of thousands of people when nobody at all yells out, especially with betting going on? That kind of amazes me.
Yeah. I think it's going to happen.
I couldn't agree with you more, dude. I'm actually surprised it doesn't happen more. We will take a break. Hey, ladies and gentlemen, we got a great show for you today. I know that I'm never going to come on here and be like, hey, guys, it's not a great show. It's actually, you might want to skip this one. No, we got as fun a show as we can, considering last night was, well, I wouldn't say it's not the way you wanted it to go. As a matter of fact, 86% of Kings fans, according to polling data, wanted it to go pretty much exactly that way. Kings lose to the Hornets, and Jason watched every single second of that. So he'll report on all of that. We've got opening baseball tonight. Jason's Yankees versus my San Francisco Giants. See that right there. I am wearing gear for the team I'm rooting for tonight. Jason's wearing a Sactown sports hoodie and no hat. So Obviously, one of us is the more diehard fan.
Wow,
and
Dave's
that
rooting
will
for
leave
USC.
We'll take a break. We'll come back with all that for a Wednesday show right after this.
On the move? Got somewhere to be?
Take Sacramento Kings basketball with you. The Sactown Sports app will let you stay connected to your passion. Never miss a moment of Sacramento Kings basketball with the Sactown Sports app.
At Power Business Technology, we're not another big box corporation. We're your neighbors, locally owned and operated. We know what businesses like yours need, from reliable printers to high-performance copiers. We'll help you find the right solution with personal service you just can't get online. Need setup or support? We're just down the road and always happy to help. Power Business Technology, family hometown service with big-time solutions. Contact us today for all your business printing needs at 844-POWER-BZ. That's 844-769-3729 or visit us at powercopiers.com.
It's time for the madness, and your HVAC system is in a full court press. Cold mornings, warm afternoons. Your heater and AC are battling, and your system is working overtime. Don't let your comfort get knocked out. Score Brower Mechanical's Madness BOGO special. Buy a heating maintenance and get a free AC maintenance for just $89. Call 916-352-3113. Brower Mechanical. Residential and commercial HVAC sales and service. License number 1081055.
T-Mobile has an exclusive bundle for customers 55 and up.
I'm Sarah Bowl.
Yeah, I'm Frank Bowl.
A reliable network is key for us. And with T-Mobile, it's been wonderful. And going to the 55 plus plan saved us so much money.
A lot.
And that's important. Trying to keep costs down. The home internet's been perfect. It's fast, it's quick. The setup was so easy, it took less than 15 minutes.
It was like, ta-da! If you want simplicity, coverage, reliability, you want the whole package, T-Mobile has it.
Right now, T-Mobile customers 55 and up can get 2 phone lines on America's best network, plus America's fastest 5G home internet for just $30 each.
$30 per month each line with autopay plus taxes and fees. Minimum age 55. Pricing for home internet rely on 2 lines of Essentials Choice 55. $35 connection charge per line required. Best mobile network and fastest 5G home internet based on analysis by Ookla of Speed Test Intelligence data 2H 2025. All rights reserved.
How do you stay humble when you're America's #1 wiper blade? That's what we're currently dealing with at Rain-X. Is it even possible to humble brag when you bully Mother Nature like we do? Do we sound too conceited if we keep repeating how Rain-X is the #1 brand of wiper blades in America? No, we'll take a lesson from our wipers and just keep doing our job with humility. As America's #1 wiper blade. Rain-X. Outsmart the elements.
Get in the zone, AutoZone.
Annie's first oil change wasn't as hard as she thought because she went to AutoZone, where a friendly AutoZoner helped her find the right oil and save on an oil filter. He explained the job and showed her free how-tos on AutoZone.com. When she was done, AutoZone recycled her old oil for free. No hassles, just help. Everything you need, nothing you don't.
Get in the zone, AutoZone.
Restrictions apply.
The Carmichael Dave Show with Jason Ross.
Call or text at 916-339-1140.
On Sactown Sports.
Welcome back. Carmichael Dave, Jason Ross, Christopher Lodge. Just real quick, cleaning up from the last segment, I'm seeing some response on text and social media. Jason, is it strange to have overnight bag in your car?
I don't have one, but that doesn't mean that's not it's not the strangest thing I've ever heard.
Yeah, I have a bag that has shoes and a full change of clothes in it in my car. And honestly, it didn't start for the reasons I mainly use it for now, honestly, without getting into detail because it's early. But I will say this. I was working in Concord commuting off of a Port Chicago highway, and I went to lunch with a coworker once at a really good Chinese restaurant we ate at, and I had an accident, and I did not have a change of clothes. And ever since then, I've always had a change of clothes whenever I'm driving anywhere. I feel like that's a sensible thing to do. You never know when you're going to need a new pair of shorts or
like you spilled some fried rice on yourself.
Yeah, I was
or
going to
something.
say, describe the accident.
I will say that I guess you could look at it that way, that I spilled some fried rice. I wouldn't say I did it in the traditional way, but fried rice was spilled along with a lot of other things, and I didn't have a backup plan.
Was it pudding?
If it was like tapioca. So, yeah. Anyways, Jason.
Yes.
Gross. I saw very little of this, so I don't want to make it a big thing. I think the large majority gets it. Last night was a tough game to watch as a Kings fan. Last night, they got absolutely annihilated by the Hornets. It really was. It was not a competitive game, if you will. Also, unless you're in the, you play to win the game crowd, you can't have it both ways. It's exactly, maybe you don't want to lose by 44, but I'm not going to. You're going to hear a zero negative from me, at least, towards this team. They played the league minimum 8 players last night.
Again.
Again. Yeah, exactly. And I said this yesterday when they released their injury list. Like, I'm not even really joking. They really should honestly just release a health list, a healthy list of players, because I think you actually have almost exactly the same amount of players out as you do playing. And so they went out there and they played. And you had 30 minutes for Reynaud. You had 34 for Devin Carter. You had 24 for Cardwell. You had 36, a team high 36 for Daquan Plowden. I'm not trying to disrespect him. It's just, guys, imagine saying Daquan Plowden would lead the team in minutes played back in October, November, and you lost. It's just. There's not really much to analyze here.
Yeah. So I do have a question on this, though. Let's say exact same setup as yesterday, only 8 available players, the people they started, the people they played, the minutes the same, and somehow, some way, that group found a way to win. A lot of people would be upset. And I understand it. I just don't know what else they can do. For the people that are mad, like, they don't even know how to lose. I'm like, they're stripped so clean that if that group somehow won, I mean, I guess it would be play DeRozan and Monk less would be the only thing I could say. But what else can they do?
They can't. And I would be one of those people. I wouldn't be upset, but I would be one of those people, I guess, that's annoyed. But here, let me give you the type of annoyance. It's the annoyance of if you and I scheduled a family barbecue at Carmichael Park July 13th at 1 p.m. on a Saturday.
A little warm.
And we invited a bunch of people from the station, and we all got out there, and on the way out there, it just starts pouring rain, and it doesn't stop. By the way, in this world, let's just pretend we don't have things like weather reports. I'm trying to make a point. I would be upset at the rain, and I would be upset at the circumstance, but I wouldn't say, Jason, how could you possibly plan a barbecue outdoors on July 13th? How did you not? You know what I'm saying? Like, I would be, if they had won last night, I'd be like, can we? Well, I guess I wouldn't say we can't win because we just did, but you get the point. We do everything we can to set up a loss, and then they go out and they win on the road against one of the hotter teams in the NBA. Hopefully we get rewarded. I'd be doing hopefully the gods reward us in the draft.
Well, and I guess so my thought is also then what's the difference in these games that they have been winning?
I mean, I'd have to go game to game to game, and that's where it's tough because, like, if I look at a box score and I see that the Kings are playing, look, if they're playing 8 guys, there's not much you can say. That I've said, we've always said it's the front office's job. If anyone's going to lose games or you're going to set up for a loss, that's on the front office, because the coach isn't going to tank and the players aren't going to tank. And when people say something like, well, look at Indiana, because I do firmly believe if I think if he was hooked up to a lie detector test, I don't think Rick Carlisle has played every game this year to win. I don't think Rick Carlisle has had, like, for example, if he got $10 million per win this year, I think the Indiana Pacers would probably have a few more wins.
Mm-hmm.
But what Rick Carlisle can do to justify in his head is he can say, we were a finals team last year. My job is incredibly safe. I'm not going anywhere. And I'm going to use this, even though I know it's probably bad in the interim, but I'm going to see how many minutes Fred Johnson can get off the bench, because maybe I'll see something in him that can help me next year. Rick Carlisle is not in the position Doug Christie is.
Right.
In why in God's name, what possible motivation does Doug Christie have to continue to lose? Because the same people that want him to lose, these are the same people that are going to be calling for his head once the season ends, saying he can't coach. And then if Doug, I don't want to speak for Doug, and I hope I'm wrong. I truly hope I'm wrong about this. But I would imagine that if Doug Christie were let go in April at the end of the season, it's going to be really hard for him to get back into the top spot in the coaching circle, because his record, through whatever fault or no fault of his own, is not going to be the best in the world. So, yeah, Jason, there's not a lot you can do.
Yeah. Very true.
You know, you gotta watch a team like Charlotte, which I think is a very interesting. They're a very interesting team. I as a matter of fact, I gotta say, maybe not the two most interesting teams, but if you push aside the Thunders and the Pistons and the Spurses and all those, you know, the contenders, I think the Hornets and Hawks are two of the most interesting teams in the NBA when it comes to the postseason and what they're going to do. And I think, especially in the East, these are qualifiers for teams you just don't want to see in the playoffs, type of thing.
Yeah.
I think it should give Kings fans hope a little bit to see how they've turned it around.
Yeah, Charlotte, we mentioned this yesterday during the pregame. I think, middle to late January, they had one of the worst records in the league. And then since then, they have the second best record, only to the Spurs. So they completely turned it around.
And I would love to know if there was more of a accessible. I'd love to see a list. I'd love to have a website where I could just say, here's the stand. Like when you go to ESPN.com standings, it'd be really cool if they gave another drop down where you could, like, 21 days you hit, and then it'll give you the standings like that over the last 21 days, so you could see trends. But to your point, everyone's talking about Charlotte, and they should, because the reasons you just mentioned, and plus we saw them last night. I would also submit this, Jason, on the 20th of February. It was a Friday. It was a fine Friday in the state of Georgia. It was about 70 degrees, I think. And the Miami Heat came into town, and they beat the Atlanta Hawks 128-97. That dropped the Hawks to 27-31. They're 40-32 right now. They're 40-32 right now, and they were 27-31 a little over a month ago. And quick math tells me they're on a 13-1 run. And when I say nobody, I'm not saying nobody, but nobody's talking about them.
Right. No, it's good. Good for them.
I agree. I think it's amazing. And this is that Trae Young effect, if you will, where they found when he got hurt that, holy crap, they're a lot better without him. And like, I think if you were like, I want everybody to play a game right now out in the audience. And to be fair, I would probably do maybe as well as you do. How many of the Atlanta Hawks starting five can you name?
Right.
I think most of us would get Dyson Daniels. Most of us would get Jalen Johnson. But then how many of you remembered that C.J. McCollum's their point guard? Or Nickeil Alexander-Walker, cousin of Shea Gilgeous, is their shooting guard? Onyeka Okongwu is their center.
Proud USC Trojan, Dave.
Yeah, I had trouble saying that when he was there too. And then Jason, we're going to talk about MVP and 3 for Madness, and I am in no way, shape, or form saying this guy should be MVP. But Jalen Johnson is averaging 23 points, 10.5 boards, and 8 assists He is 24 years old, and he's doing that on splits of 50, 35, and 78. Why don't you go ahead and add in 1.3 steals and a half a block a game? I am here to make the following statement. I think the Atlanta Hawks might be the most under-talked about team in the NBA right now based on what they've been doing. And I think Jalen Johnson might be the most under-talked about young star, not young future star. Jalen Johnson is a star right now. He's 24, and I don't think he gets near. I think if he was a Laker, the Stephen A would have had his face tattooed on his face.
Yeah, and another one of the, hey, if you don't have to be a lottery pick, I want to say he was picked 20th, 21st, 22nd. 20th, yeah.
20th. He was picked 20th. And then, of course, you got the vacuum Dyson Daniels in there. And by the way, here's a guy, Dyson Daniels, averaging 12 points, 6.5 boards, and 6 assists. And we all know what he does when it comes to he averaged 3 steals a game last year. That still kind of amazes me. He's dropped way down to 2 steals a game this year.
Slacking.
And this goes back to, let me ask you this, Jason. This kind of goes back to what we were talking about yesterday, and we'll talk about it a little more today. Forget contract, forget all the periphery. You, friend, are the general manager of, for this scenario, you're the general manager of 2 teams at the same time in the NBA.
Interesting.
Yeah. And you call the Atlanta Hawks. Again, forget contracts. They do not matter in this situation. And you offer the Hawks either Ja Morant or Trae Young. Remember, you're the GM of both teams. For Dyson Daniels, who I will remind you is averaging 12 points, 6.5 boards, 6 assists, and 2 steals a game. He's a defensive specialist. Who says no?
Well, I think the Hawks do because they just had Trae Young.
Yeah. This is the conversation I've been trying to have about Darius Acuff, and it's a conversation people don't want to have. But it's a new NBA. And in the new NBA, I think guys like Dyson Daniels, who, again, I won't read his numbers again, but you get the point. In today's NBA, I honest to God think Dyson Daniels are arguably, or inarguably, they're more valuable than the Ja Morants of the world. A guy who, I'll remind you here before we go to break, averaged 27.7 boards and 6 assists when he was like 20 years old. I think that's the new norm, Jason.
Right.
They'd rather have a Dyson Daniels.
They're harder to find.
Yeah, much harder to find. We'll take a break. We got a lot more to talk about in that aspect when we return. Well, we'll pick this up from yesterday. It's who's got it worse than us. We'll revisit what Zack Harper said as far as who are there teams that have it worse off than the Kings. Also, we'll get to a minimal Kings Hornets audio recap at some point. Kings Rewind at 7:43. It's opening day of baseball. We got a lot going on. Oh, by the way, March Madness picks back up tomorrow, Jason. Did you know that?
I did. I'm well aware of that.
Very good. We'll get to all that right after this.
The only place you'll find Malik Monk is Sactown Sports.
Oh my, what an athletic move that time by Malik Monk.
Hey Sacramento, it's Malik Monk and you're listening to the home of the Sacramento Kings, Sactown Sports.
Your local sports leader.
Well, there are many reasons why you should choose Gonzalez Law, and let me start with the information you need to know. The phone number, 916-304-9187, SacLegalDefense.com. How about years of experience, years of expertise, and being impactful and effective in his field and helping many people in our region? A dedicated trial lawyer with an undefeated record of results. If we go back to 2016, 17, 18, 19, you get the point. And they offer free and confidential case evaluations, as no case is too big or too small. Jonathan Gonzalez is local in his years of experience. He's here to help you. Whether you've been involved in an auto accident and you need representation, a wrongful termination case, a sexual harassment case, or something he has specialized in for a long, long time, and that's called an expungement, something that's on your record that you'd like removed to kind of help you kind of get your life back in order to get some of your rights back, your Second Amendment rights. You want to kind of go forward Think about that. It's called an expungement. He has helped a lot of people with that. So it's Gonzalez Law, Jonathan Gonzalez, SacLegalDefense.com, 916-304-9187.
Contractors, remodelers, you now have a great supplier to assist you with your next project. Anova Cabinet and Stone in Sacramento. They are Northern California's best kitchen and bathroom remodeling supply store. Anova has the latest cabinet styles, a great selection of countertops, flooring, bathroom fixtures, and more. Visit their website, InovaCabinetStone.com. Take advantage of their grand opening special, a $750 in-store credit. Stop by today, Anova Cabinet and Stone in Sacramento.
Think about this. In 2006, $20,000 equaled roughly 33 ounces of gold at the spot price. At today's prices, those 33 ounces would be worth over $150,000. Smart Americans diversify a portion of their savings into precious metals. That's why I buy gold from Birch Gold Group. It's a crucial part of my balanced strategy. Gives me peace of mind given all the events that could impact the U.S. economy. See if holding gold in a tax-sheltered retirement account is right for you too. Birch Gold can help you convert an existing IRA or 401k into an IRA in gold. Just text my name, Dan, to the number 989898 to receive your free info kit on gold. There's no obligation, just useful information. With an A-plus rating with the Better Business Bureau and tens of thousands of happy customers, let Birch Gold help you diversify with gold. Now that's peace of mind. Text Dan to 989898. Again, text my name, Dan, to the number 989898 today. Message and data rates apply.
Guys, did you know your testosterone affects everything in your system, including how you feel and perform every day? Right now, Revive Men's Health Sacramento will check your testosterone for free. Knowing your T levels is the first step in understanding if you have low T. Your testosterone level impacts your energy, libido, sleep, weight, hair loss, mood, and even ED. Maintaining an appropriate T level can change your whole life. Most men start to see changes in their hormone levels in their 30s. Experience and results matter. So what are you waiting for? Get your T levels checked today by local, experienced, and trusted men's health experts. They've helped thousands of men since 2011. They're so confident they can help you, they even guarantee it. Call Revive today and schedule your free testosterone test, free exam, and free consultation. Call Revive Men's Health at 916-277-8599. That's 916-277-8599. Or visit ReviveMen'sHealth.com.
Carmichael Dave letting you know it's no secret the world feels unpredictable lately. One thing will never change, Hoblet's mission to drop high prices. Right now, and only at Hoblet Dodge Chrysler Jeep Ram in Woodland, you can get 4.99% financing for up to 84 months on all new vehicles in stock and keep every factory rebate that you qualify for when you finance with Hoblet's preferred lender. That's 4.99% financing. You keep all the factory rebates you qualify for, not one or the other like other dealers are offering. Only Hoblet has fought to get you a deal this good. Search, select, and save through their whole inventory at HobletDodge.com. Unbeatable prices, unbeatable selection. Nobody beats Hoblet, period. 4.99% APR available on select new vehicles in stock while supplies last. Pricing and savings may vary by model and trim. Financing on approved credit through Hoblet Preferred Lending for well-qualified buyers. $60,000 max finance, approximately $14.14 per thousand financed. Residency restrictions and lender membership requirements may apply. See dealer for details.
Waking you up with the best in local sports.
They just make it interesting, you know?
It's the Carmichael Dave Show with Jason Ross
on Sactown Sports.
10 o'clock, 10 minutes from now, Free for Madness. Boxing might have just changed forever yesterday. I'll be interested to hear what Christopher Law, noted boxing fan, has to say. 916-339-1140 is your text line. 1-800-920-1140 is your phone line.
Yes, shout out to the proletariat.
This is where my memory fails me, because we're going to talk about Zack Harper's article. Now, I know we didn't get to the whole thing, but I specifically now I'm having, I don't know if it's deja vu, but yesterday we started talking about Zack Harper, Elk Grove.
Yeah.
I said, who's got it worse than us? Jim Harbaugh, who's got it. How the hell did we get? How did I derail off of that? Do you remember? Because I obviously did.
I don't. I know we didn't get to any of the. We got to all the what you just said, but I don't think we got to much more than that.
I instinctively almost said, like, John Harbaugh came into my head, and I was about to lead with that. I went, well, hold on a second. You literally said this yesterday. How did we go from leading in there? I mean, obviously, my horrific ADD is what did it, and apologies. And don't make fun of my disability. But that being said, weird. So John Harbaugh used to say, nope, Jim Harbaugh used to say, thank you, who's got it better than us? Well, Elk Grove, Zack Harper. And if you're feeling deja vu, sorry. He writes for The Athletic. I know he's got a soft spot for the Kings. And Jason, you looked at this.
Yeah, he's got the misery index. So like the bottom 5 teams in the NBA, basically, like who's got it worse than us. So a play on that, but the misery index, which fan base should be miserable at this point.
Yeah, and his bottom 5 from 5th worst to worst, Chicago, Brooklyn, New Orleans, Sacramento, and Milwaukee. Interesting that Milwaukee has it worse, according to Zach, than any team in the NBA. Yet they have arguably the best, certainly at worst, the 3rd best player in the NBA. But I guess obviously there's more there.
Yeah. I mean, I think part of the thought process is where are you with that player? And one of it, look, they were close to potentially trading Giannis. He wants to play. They shut him down. They're, can they save it with Giannis still there? I doesn't appear to be at the moment. Like they try to make the big move by stretching the contract of Dame Lillard to be able to get Miles Turner. It has not turned into more wins. I don't know that they have a lot of great young players. He basically felt like they're stuck, and at some point they're going to have to trade Giannis, and maybe they've even missed the best window to trade him, and they may get less for him now.
All right, so let me play devil's advocate. They have Ryan Rollins, fine. He even listed Cam Thomas, who we're going to talk about a little bit later. They just released Cam Thomas.
Right.
And they have Doc Rivers, who I don't see as a positive. But let's just line this up with the Sacramento Kings. Wouldn't the devil's advocate say that the Milwaukee Bucks have more to work with than the Kings? For the simple fact that, say it again?
Yeah, explain why.
Well, because let's just look at being in a rebuild. The haul they could get for Giannis Antetokounmpo is going to be ridiculous, whatever it is. So I'm going to put Maxime Reynaud, Nique Clifford, their pick this year, Dylan Cardwell, whatever, however you want to work it. I'm going to put all of that up against the Milwaukee Bucks haul for trading Giannis Antetokounmpo, who we can't tell what that haul will be, but I gotta think you're looking at 3 to 4 first rounders, some valuable first rounders in there, at least 1 or 2 young starters. I'm just saying that alone. We're not even getting into their front office versus ours, and that's no shot at Scott Perry and the guys. It's just simply they've built a championship team and won a championship team. Isn't that, is it better than what the Kings have in your opinion?
Well, I think the key is, can they get what I think in the ideal world, Milwaukee is getting what you're suggesting, but I don't know if that's the case anymore. One, he's not too old, but he's had a couple of injuries. His salary is massive. There's no questioning his talent, but even at the deadline, like the Knicks were apparently interested. Well, the Knicks were talking about Karl Anthony Towns, also a very good player, but that was more of a contract for contract, maybe a little bit more obviously from the Knicks, but we looked at Luka not getting the by age, and you would think he would get more than Giannis, and they didn't get what they should have. Now, we can all debate how bad that trade was, but I don't feel like people are getting as much as maybe the Rudy Gobert and Donovan Mitchell trades a few years ago.
Do we think that Luka Doncic is more valuable than Giannis?
Based on when he was traded in age, I would say so.
Age, absolutely. Giannis Antetokounmpo was 31. What's Luka? 26, 25? I forget. It seems like he's been in the league forever. I mean, me personally, I would take Giannis Antetokounmpo 10 out of 10 times over Luka Doncic. Am I high?
No.
I mean, honestly, is that a bad? Am I off?
No, not at all. But again, I think we're going back to, now Giannis has had a few more injuries. Nothing like that's like too crazy, but I just think that's part of the factor. And knowing that, here he is, the organization probably feels like they have to move him. So who will do it? They're going to try to get him for the better deal than giving up the whole team.
That's actually, I know we got a break. That's actually kind of a fascinating conversation, Luka versus Giannis. It actually surprises me. Luka's been in the league for a long time, but he came in at like 4. But Giannis is 31, Luka's 27, which is 4 years. But here's the other thing, Jason. If I were to ask you, who's gonna be the better player in 5 years when Giannis is 36 and Luka Doncic is 32. I mean, say what you want about Giannis Antetokounmpo, but he is the anti-Luka Doncic when it comes to taking care of yourself, your body, and being, an Adonis. Whereas unless you're Chris, who's the only person in the world that thinks Luka's in great shape, Luka just, I don't care. Luka could be 700 pounds.
Yeah.
The dude's still pulling up, 33, 8 and 8.
Right.
That's fascinating.
Yeah, I mean, next year, Giannis, it's more the mileage, too. He'll be in year 14. So, I mean, it's not – he's got more to go, but, he's on the, like we would say, the back 9, let's say.
We'll take a break when we come. That's the second 9, Jason. It's patrons. I mean, come on.
Dave, I don't get to go to the Masters.
3 for Madness. Has boxing changed forever? Victor Wembanyama makes his MVP argument. Does he have one? And the Kings going into the draft, what exactly should they be looking to do? Ladies and gentlemen, we'll start hour number 2 next.
You never know what you might hear when listening to a Sacramento Kings game.
Out of Keegan, going for another triple. Man, is he feeling it. Keegan, can he do it? Yes, there's number 11, Keegan Murray. Keegan steps back. He just knocked down his 12th three-pointer, a Kings franchise record. He's got 45 points.
Never miss a moment of Sacramento Kings basketball with Sactown Sports and the Sactown Sports app.
This is the story of the one. As a safety manager at a manufacturing plant, he does everything he can to keep his coworkers safe. From finding ways to reduce risks to keeping safety supplies in stock. And for that, he relies on Grainger. Grainger offers a broad range of quality products and next-day delivery, so he can always play it safe. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
If your business depends on reliable vehicles, it's time to upgrade your fleet at myelkgrovechevrolet.com. We specialize in fleet pricing, bulk discounts, and fast approvals, so your team stays on the road and on the job. From work trucks and vans to fuel-efficient sedans and SUVs, we have the inventory, service, and financing to keep your business moving. Call or visit myelkgrovechevrolet.com today and ask about exclusive fleet savings. myelkgrovechevrolet.com. Driving business forward.
Russell Peters Relax World Tour.
I go, my parents are from India. She goes, oh, India. See, I knew India. Indian people, you have a big eyes and long eyelash like a cow. Wow, 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 wow.
Saturday, April 18th, 8 p.m., the venue at Thunder Valley.
Wow, 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 wow. I didn't know what to do. I just tipped her and thank you, bye-bye, and I left.
For tickets, visit ThunderValleyResort.com. Russell Peters Relax World Tour.
When a person is seriously injured, there's no substitute for the personal legal relationship offered by the local NorCal firm of Ashton & Price. From the first attorney meeting, every important decision is made with a direct consultation with, and I can't believe I have to say this, a real, live, experienced, flesh and blood local attorney. It's called home court advantage for a reason. Ashton and Price, serious local attorneys for serious people with serious injuries with no fee until we win. For the best local advice, don't think twice. Call Ashton and Price.
2 words, prostate exam. Did your butt just clench? Relax. Screening starts with a simple, finger-free blood test. Around 1 in 8 men in the United States will be diagnosed with prostate cancer in their lifetime. But don't clench. Prostate cancer can have over a 99% 5-year relative survival rate when caught at a localized or regional stage. If you're 40 or older and have a prostate, visit RelaxIt'sABloodTest.com to see if a PSA blood test is right for you. Talk to your doctor about screening and next steps. Sponsored by Novartis.
Talking about guns with others might not always feel comfortable, but it could save a life. Here's a way to start a conversation. Your family is going over to your neighbor's home for dinner for the first time. How would you ask if there are any unlocked guns in the home?
Hey, we're so excited for tonight. Before we come over, though, may I ask if there are any unlocked guns in your home?
Our guns are stored securely, locked in a safe that the kids can't access.
Awesome.
Learn how to have the conversation at agreetoagree.org. Brought to you by the Ad Council.
Welcome to AutoZone. What are you working on today?
My car is making this noise. Sometimes it's like doot doot, and sometimes it's like grrr.
Do you have a dash light on?
Oh yeah.
And we don't have to listen for clues. With the free Fix Finder service, we can read a check engine, ABS, or maintenance light to find the likely fix and even recommend a local shop if you need one.
So you don't need to hear the grrr.
Not with Fix Finder. Free at every AutoZone.
Get in the zone, AutoZone.
Restrictions apply.
When your check engine light comes on, do you see a repair bill or do you see peace of mind? For 20 years, CarShield's been the name America trusts to help keep you on the road. While other companies stop covering you when your car gets older, CarShield offers protection plans up to 200,000 miles. With over $1 billion in claims paid, we don't just promise protection, we deliver it. Don't let a breakdown break your budget. Get the flexible month-to-month coverage you deserve. Go to carshield.com. That's carshield.com today.
When you take the time to shop at Folsom Lake Honda, there's one thing you'll always find. Happy people ready to serve you. As a family-owned and operated dealership since 2009, customer service is our #1 priority. Our customers love doing business with us, and you will too.
Looking to own or lease? During the spring sales event, drive a brand new Accord or Civic. Visit us today at FolsomLakeHonda.com, your one-stop Honda shop.
Folsom Lake Honda.
KHD1 Sacramento, KYMX HD3 Sacramento. From the Power Business Technology Toshiba Studios.
This is Sactown Sports 1140. 3 questions, 3 answers. It's 3 for Madness on the Carmichael Dave Show with Jason Ross.
Here's question 1.
All right, we carry on. We'll get to the Michael Jordan segment next day. Be nice. That's been a 2 to 3 day run on that. Maybe we'll mention the indoor golf yesterday, the Tiger Woods thing. He did play. His team got smoked, but that's nobody cares about that. I also have Masters prices again for their concessions. That's a yearly tradition we do. Tradition, Jason, unlike any other, if you will. And also a special clip I asked Chris to load up. We'll save that for a lull, if we will. Especially with the tournament continuing tomorrow. I think you'll Jason, do you know what Chris has? Do you know what I gave him?
Nope.
As far as okay, good, because I don't want to tell you. I think you'll enjoy this as much or more than I will in the audience. We'll get to that at some point. In the meantime, it is 3 for Madness. It is question 1.
The Ollie Revival Act passed the House and will now head to the Senate. What will this mean for boxing?
Chris, I know I don't generally do this, but I know you're a big boxing fan. And honestly, when I saw this happen and saw that it was happening along the way, I did think about you and I was curious how, I think I know how you're going to react, but I want to know what you think about this.
Well, from a lot of people that I've been following in the fight world, they're saying that this is great news for promoters and terrible news for fighters. I have a feeling that this is being done specifically for Dana White and their company. A lot of MMA fighters have been complaining about the pay that boxers have been getting compared to what UFC fighters have been getting paid. Yeah. So in all honesty, If this were to pass, I would say that this would be the perfect time for boxers and UFC fighters. I don't think it will happen, but I think that they would have to unionize.
I couldn't agree more with the last thing you said, and I don't know why. I mean, I do know why it hasn't happened, but they're really, especially in boxing, they should unionize. And a union has been the way baseball players react to the term salary cap is minor compared to the way the UFC has reacted in the past to the term union. Now, just so you understand, if this bill becomes law, it passed the House, it'll go to the Senate now, and should it pass, it would go to the president, who I can promise you will sign this into law. He and Dana White have a long-term relationship. If it becomes law, the biggest shift, so people understand, would be the allowance for the creation of what they would call unified boxing organizations, or UBOs as they're going to call it, as options for boxers. Now, under the current system, the law requires promoters to be separate, and those are the ones that put on the fights, and the sanctioning bodies who handle the rankings, titles, and matchmaking. That's all separate. The Revival Act would allow a UBO to handle all of those things as sort of one-stop shop. So it's not a monopoly, because you can have several UBOs, if you will. Follow me here. But if it's successful, and I'm using air quotes on successful, it almost would be a monopoly. You would have one UBO that would rise above everybody. They would have all the money, all the power, all the influence, if you will. And I think the argument is, okay, well, now all of a sudden, what's that going to do to boxer pay? What's that going to do to the pockets of the guys in the suits? And I would say this, Jason, too, like there are, and full disclosure, and if you're new, if you've listened for a long time, you know this, especially in the night show. If you're new, I go back a long way with Dana White, and he's been was part of this station for many years.
The Mash.
When the UFC was growing. Now we're no longer there. Dana's doing his thing, and good for him. I can fully acknowledge that there are negatives to the way the UFC is set up, negatives to some of the things Dana White has done. But what I will say, and I think even the most ardent Dana White hater would at least in some fashion agree with this, is that, look, everyone says Dana White, but it's like when I say a coach, and I'm also including his staff, it's not just Dana, it's Mark Ratner when they brought him along, it's the Fertitta brothers that gave them the room, it's Sean Shelby and the matchmakers, and anyways, Joe Silva, that group, that Zuffa group that built the UFC. I don't know if somebody else could have come along and done it right and done it better, but that group has taken the sport of mixed martial arts and exploded it. And there was an established group that was ahead of them, the Pride Fighting Championships based out of Japan. They're gone. They were bought up. There was Strike Force. There was Tom Atencio's Affliction. They're all gone. They're all gone. The UFC is an absolute monopoly. And that's not good for some of the athletes. You have to admit that. What I will say is this, though. As a fan, I absolutely love it, because you're not getting the, I'll just use Deontay Wilder, which is probably a little unfair, but you're not getting these fighters that are 38-0,
right,
while another fighter in the same class is 42-0, and they never match up because none of the promoters want to kill off the cash cows. Whereas in the UFC, you can get a guy that's 9-0 and a future championship prospect, and he's going to get a title shot right away. And to me, for boxing, if we got into a situation where everyone's fighting everybody, we're not waiting until, what was it? Pacquiao. Chris, who was it that Pacquiao finally fought after we wanted them to fight forever? Why am I Mayweather. Thank you. You're not getting that when they're both 70 years old. You're not. I know there were other circumstances behind why Holyfield and Tyson waited so long to fight. But even before Tyson went to jail, that fight took forever to put together. Everybody wanted to see the two of them in their prime early fighting each other. Vander came a little bit after Mike. And you just don't see that. I love that.
Oh, that Pacquiao-Mayweather one's not too fair because they weren't really in the same weight class until later in Pacquiao's career.
Well, and you also had Roy Jones Jr. stuff as well. That the best example of where it was handled, I think the best was the '90s in that class where you had De La Hoya, Ike Corte, Felix Trinidad, Sugar Shane Mosley. Those guys all fought everybody, all in their primes. And to me, that is my generation's golden era of boxing. When everyone's fighting everybody, you have a ton of talent. Zuffa and UFC boxing.
I'll say the 2000s with the middleweight division and Showtime putting on the middleweight tournament. That was pretty good too.
What are some of the fight? Remind me of the fighters that were in that era.
Kelly Pavlik was. That's when he first started getting up there. Sergio Martinez was coming in. You had Paul Williams Jr.
Okay, so I think what's happening there a little bit, and it's totally natural, is. Like, I hear that and I go, dude, that is nothing compared to De La. But I also think that's a generational thing. Everybody has that prime generational sweet spot for boxing. And now boxing is the ultimate boom or bust. Like, you're either going to have a title fight that is crazy internationally interesting. The purses are going to be $30 to $40 million. I mean, just insane fights. You're number two, you're going to have, now we're seeing old people fighting each other that probably shouldn't be.
Pacquiao Mayweather again, right, in September?
Absolutely. And then you have that third rung, which is 98% of boxers in the world fighting on cards on some network that, hey, if you're a purist, you watch, but they're not getting crazy notice. I would like to see, Jason, a world in which we're bringing back something like Fights After Dark on HBO. We're bringing back Tuesday night fights on USA Network.
And if you want to talk what's really killed boxing going away, HBO getting rid of boxing really hurt it.
Yeah.
I couldn't agree more. Going back to HBO and Jim Lampley and Showtime. And
because that would be where you would see the guys before. It's like, oh, man.
Yeah.
You see, like, Ricky Hatton came out of nowhere, and he was on a couple of HBO fights, and it's like, oh, now I want to pay to see him fight.
That's exactly right. And I don't know if it's changed, because Dana on this station once said he would never, ever, ever get behind women's MMA. I mean, was adamant. I asked him the question. He said, nope, just not into it, not interested in it, not going to do it. He was very adamant about that. And then I think 2 years later, Chris Cyborg was fighting, and Gina Carano was fighting under the UFC banner. But back in the day, there was a conversation I very specifically remember we had on the station, and he said his ultimate goal beyond the UFC, he's a boxing guy. He came up a boxing guy. He was a trainer, whatever you want to say. He wanted to take over and revolutionize the world of boxing. That was back in like 07, 08, 09, and he was very consistent on that. I think Dana White and Zuffa can be very good for boxing as far as fans go, if they follow that same route. And now they have 50,000 times the money and influence they did back in 2010. I don't think this is ultimately going to be great for some of your top line fighters, but I don't know that the populace is sitting there worrying about fighters. If you get all the things back you want, boxing becomes number one again.
Yeah, we needed to be, there was a time, and we're way removed from this, where the heavyweight champion of the world was maybe the most prestigious title in all of sports. Now, this is years and years ago, but still we had a great run of other, middleweights and lightweight, just all different kinds of boxers, and now it just feels like it's been missing for years and years. Even if there's been good boxers in between, it's just the sport hasn't been the same for 15 years to me.
It really hasn't. And I would ask everybody right now, and a lot of you will probably get this, but I would ask everybody right now, to Jason's point, which is 1,000,000,000% correct. The heavyweight champion of the world was his own type of superstar.
Yeah.
There was nothing approaching it. I've just asked people at home right now listening, who is the current heavyweight champion of the world? And obviously there's a ton of different organizations. I'll give you this much. The guy basically has 4 belts. There's some other dude, but just really, really quick. You're in your car, you're at home. Who's the current heavyweight champion of the world? That's Alexander Usyk.
Usyk.
Maybe you knew that. And by the way, he's a badass. He's an absolute badass fighter, but we go back through our days, Jason. You know, Lennox Lewis, Mike Tyson, Evander Holyfield, George Foreman, Michael Moore. Like I could probably name 20 heavyweight champions just in my lifetime alone. It's not there anymore, dude. And we're coming off of the Tyson Fury, Deontay Wilder trilogy. You know,
but those were incredible.
They were fantastic. I was at one of them. It's the greatest fight I've ever seen in person in my entire life. But bloop, now what? And by the way, half the time these are all taking place in England or somewhere else.
Chris, a lot of it's become Saudi Arabia.
No, you're right. Well, and I think that's the weather, I'm assuming.
Yeah.
I want to ask you this, Chris, because I know you are a diehard boxing fan. Do you think that you could balance your conscience if I told you this move, and let's say specifically Dana White's influence in boxing, is going to improve it by 80%? It's going to be 80% better than it is right now, which I think is incredibly significant. And a lot of the things you want and I want are going to happen. And we're going to get fights every weekend that we want to watch. We're going to get into these stories. It's going to get promoted correctly, but it's going to get 50% worse for the fighters.
Absolutely
overall.
No.
You can't handle.
No.
I say screw the fighters. Go
like
do something.
Those are the guys that are putting their lives on the line, and not just like they could die in the ring. Everything we've learned from CTE and that, they are risking their health for our entertainment. And the idea that this group of stockholders can make more money than the people actually risking their lives, I'm not for that.
But what if it brings up what if I were to say in 5 years, the total purses from top to bottom for boxing had increased by 35%, but your top end $40-30 million fights are gone? If it's better for the group as a whole monetarily, does that change your mind?
Well, I seriously mean this. They need to be making more than the promoters, which is what's happening with boxing right now.
But let me ask you this: what if the promoters, let's just call it Dana White in this scenario? What if Dana White and Zuffa end up increasing salaries overall, which I think you and I both agree? I'm more concerned with the middle of the road, lower fighters and the guys making $40 million a year or a fight. What if those go up 30%, but the promoters go up 50%?
No,
the promoters deserve that 50% if it's an overall better win for boxing in general that they didn't have before. I know we hate billionaires and we hate promoters and we hate all that in this world, but don't you have to give credit to the people that created the forum for these athletes to do that?
Listen, I'm not going to tell someone not to watch anything, and I'm not going to tell someone not to fight, but that's not for me. I think you're taking advantage of people.
I couldn't disagree with you more.
It's the same reason why I don't watch UFC. I think they're being taken advantage of.
They're voluntarily being taken advantage.
They are, but just because they're okay with it doesn't mean I have to be okay with it.
Do you think you are, let me ask you this, do you think you are paid commensurate with the talents you have in your line of work?
No, and I believe that's how most people feel.
So you are voluntarily being taken advantage of?
Yeah.
And you've been doing it for quite a long time now.
Okay.
I'm just saying, I'm not trying to be a D-bag to you. I'm just saying that. How do you balance those?
I'm not following. Because I'm being taken advantage of?
Yeah, I'm saying
I should be okay with other people being taken advantage of?
Or you just say, hey, look, it's the world we live in, man. Get what you can. And it's a net win-win if these guys all end up making more money, even if it's not more money than the promoters. But if they're making more money, and by the way, there's some other things with this thing that involves insurance, a few other things, which I know are token, but still, if it's a net win for these guys, I'm fine.
Do they believe it's a net win? Like, once again, like if they unionize and they are able to get terms and saying we are, as fighters, going to get a certain percentage of each of these fights, like, do you think that they'll be asking for 30% more, or do you think that they'll be asking for more than that?
Well, I think of course they'll be asking for more than that, but I think ultimately, I mean, why doesn't baseball, why don't these guys or basketball, or why don't they just go form another league? Well, why don't they just go form a players league and leave the NBA and make all the money? There's a reason we don't have, for example, nobody had a picture of David Stern testifying to pass legislation that helped the NBA long term. Like, there's no action poster of that on anyone's wall. Nobody has a poster of Pete Rozelle signing the deal that merged the AFL and NFL. Nobody's like, oh man, nobody's wearing a Pete Rozelle shirt. Like, I understand why, and it's not romantic, but who is more important to the sport of the NFL and the money's made today and everything that goes with it? Pete Rozelle or Jerry Rice?
I would say Jerry Rice and the players as a collective is what made the NFL.
I'm saying if you want to say all the players collectively are more important, that's fine.
To where they can collectively bargain with each other, with the owners to get a fairer price.
But if it's that easy, then why?
It's not easy.
That's what I'm saying. But couldn't conceivably football players just, go form their own NFL? They're the talent. Why doesn't that happen in your world? I'm just asking.
You're saying it's my world. I'm not telling anybody to change anything. You're asking me personally if I'm going to watch. I won't.
All right. Well, I hope you watch the boxing, and I hope they get a union. I'm with you on that. I will say this. I think I'm a little bit more into rewarding the infrastructure than you are. Is that fair?
Yeah.
Okay.
And I'm more for wanting.
And you're a better human being. I know.
I want the people that are risking their lives to get more.
Okay. Well. Question 2.
Question 2.
Victor Wembanyama made his case for MVP the other day. Do you agree with him?
I kind of do. He said something that just rang so true with me. He said, if you look at what I'm paraphrasing here. If you look at what I do offensively, and then you look at what I do defensively, and my impact on the court on both sides, there's nobody this year that can approach that. And so for me, I break it down and I go, okay, if you gave him a grade offensively on his offensive impact and performance this year, and you gave him a grade on his defensive performance and impact, and you added those two together and you compared those grades to everybody else, is there somebody that can approach a guy that's averaging 24-11 with 3 assists, 3 blocks a game, a steal a game, on splits of 50, 35, and 82 on the second to third best team in the league, depending on what day it is? Does he have a point?
Yes. I mean, he also went on to say the fact that they did beat the Thunder 4 out of 5 times. I think if you look at the definition of value, I don't know how it's not him. Like, I think there's so many boxes he checks. One, you improve from the year before, and last year they weren't as good. Big part of it was he missed the back end of the season with the blood clot. So he's there. The record is dramatically better. They have the second best record, so that's usually a criteria too. They've played the best team, the better than anyone else. The 50% of the game is defense. I don't think anyone would question his value there. 50% of the game is offense. No one would question his value there. I think you take him off that team. I don't know if they're an ordinary team, but they're, look at them last year, 30-something win team. So I think every team in the NBA would trade for Victor Wembanyama if they could. And I don't know how you can, you'd have to give up way more to get him than you would SGA. That doesn't mean he's better. It's just, right. I think value, back to value. I think valuable. He's it. I don't know that he's going to win it, but I think his arguments were all perfectly said.
I think we both agree there's literally not a player in the NBA you couldn't trade Victor Wembanyama for. I mean, if they call OKC and say, we'll trade you Wembanyama for Shai Gilgeous-Alexander straight up, do the Thunder turn that down?
No way.
Yeah, I wouldn't think so either. It'd be weird having him and Holmgren up front, but
yeah, they'd figure it out.
I don't. So in a sense, in that it goes back to the definition of MVP.
Right.
Who's the most valuable player in the league? It's obviously Victor Wembanyama. There's no conversation when it comes to that parameter. But also, if you took that player off the team, who would have the most net losses missing them? There's that one. And then there's the numbers. And I don't know. I don't think he's going to win it this year. I think it'll be SGA again. But my goodness gracious, there's no player I'd rather have on my team right now than Victor Wembanyama. Totally we will take a break. We went long on the boxing thing. That's fine. It's a good conversation. When we come back, Michael Jordan falling down the pedestal of scoring. What does that mean for LeBron's legacy? Also, I want to play this clip if we have time that I gave Chris. We'll do all that right after this.
The San Francisco 49ers play on Sactown Sports 1140.
Touchdown 49ers! Every game on your #1 sports station. Don't miss the action on your local sports leader. Sactown Sports 1140.
When life calls for a little extra, a kitchen upgrade, paying off debt, or that dream vacation, Valley Strong Credit Union is here to help. With a Valley Strong home equity loan, you can tap into your home's value with competitive rates, flexible terms, and local guidance you can trust. Get approved in as little as 5 minutes, with funding in as few as 5 days. Your goals are within reach. Visit valleystrong.com to get your offer today. Valley Strong Credit Union. Grow your possibilities. Equal housing lender, NMLS number 456506.
Have you tried my Colombian tamales?
Yes, but the Mexican tamales I brought are way better.
Colombian tamales wrapped in plantain leaves are unmatched, you know.
But the Mexican tamales wrapped in corn husks are the authentic ones.
At least we can agree that they taste better with Pepsi.
Without a doubt, tamales deserve Pepsi. No matter what tamales you love, enter for a chance to win a year's worth of groceries. Powered by Pepsi. No purchase necessary. U.S. residents 18 or over. Ends April 5th, 2026. Rules at pepsipromo.com/free groceries. Pepsi is a registered trademark of Pepsi Going.
How can you free your team from time-consuming office tasks? Amazon Business. Smart business buying tools enable buyers to find and purchase items fast so they can focus on strategy and growth. Free up your teams and focus on your future. Learn more at amazonbusiness.com.
Check engine or ABS light on? Take the guesswork out of your warning lights with O'Reilly Veriscan. It's free. Ask for O'Reilly Veriscan.
O'Reilly Auto Parts. Pump up the volume.
Business moves fast. Orders roll in, deadlines close in. When you ship with USPS Ground Advantage, you can keep up with confidence. Every package stays in our secure network from dock to door. And with nationwide reach, dependable tracking, and upfront affordable pricing, you get built-in peace of mind. You run the business. We run the routes. Visit USPS.com/Ground Advantage to learn more.
Pump up the volume.
Business moves fast. Orders roll in, deadlines close in. When you ship with USPS Ground Advantage, you can keep up with confidence. Every package stays in our secure network from dock to door. And with nationwide reach, dependable tracking, and upfront affordable pricing, you get built-in peace of mind. You run the business. We run the routes. Visit USPS.com/Ground Advantage to learn more.
When your check engine light comes on, do you see a repair bill or do you see peace of mind? For 20 years, CarShield's been the name America trusts to help keep you on the road. While other companies stop covering you when your car gets older, CarShield offers protection plans up to 200,000 miles. With over $1 billion in claims paid, we don't just promise protection, we deliver it. Don't let a breakdown break your budget. Get the flexible month-to-month coverage you deserve. Go to CarShield.com. That's CarShield.com today.
Only place in the morning to get your sports fix.
Live and local.
The Carmichael Dave Show with Jason Ross.
Welcome back. It's been a lot of show for you, including King's Rewind coming up. Just over 10 minutes. Jason, it's opening day. How are you?
I am great. Love it. Love it. Love it. Only one game, but I wish there were more, but that's okay. It's the Yankees and the Giants tonight.
Dork. Why dork?
Oh, I'm Jason. I like baseball.
I'm Chris. I like boxing.
So? That was very mean, Jason.
Oh, you know
wait,
what?
is that what I do to you guys?
You know what? I'm sorry. I should say dork.
Dork. Jason, like, I don't even
Oh
know that.
man, I have to completely rethink everything now. If this is what I've been doing to you guys, I feel awful.
God. This is like Chris is in his own little Christmas Carol movie. Like he's being taken around by the ghost of sports radio present and seeing how he acts.
You know, the champ did have something similar to that.
Just saying. Is the champ coming back?
I don't know.
I hear rumors.
There's been talk about it.
I hear, okay. I don't know if you can confirm or deny this publicly, but Bonneville, our lovely company, has spent a ton of time and money building a state-of-the-art creator studio downstairs in our building. I mean, the equipment, the video, the lighting, it's amazing, right? And I had heard, I won't say who, but from a higher up, that the big motivation in building that was to give an environment for the champ videos to return.
Really?
Yeah. No, I was in a pretty high level meeting. Wow. I'm not trying to flex, but let's just say it was a Zoom call with 94 other employees from Salt Lake City, our headquarters, and somebody floated that. Have you heard it? Can you confirm or deny any of that, Chris?
I have not heard that at all.
What about the champ?
I don't know. I haven't talked to him in a while. Ironically, one of the things why the champ videos went away is because Matt George used to be the editor of all those videos, and then he left.
Has MJF weighed in?
Doesn't know if the champ exists.
Oh, I guess. Well, everybody knows that Michael Jordan exists. He was good at basketball. Over the weekend, Kevin Durant.
The NASCAR owner?
That's MFJ.
MJJ.
Hasn't his team won like 4 of 6 races or something crazy? I think. I don't know. I'm not NASCAR.
I don't know either, but I've seen him been celebrating like crazy.
Yeah, I think he's having as much fun doing this damn near as he was. And look at Michael Jordan. You got the college career, the national championship. You get the gold medal. You become, I don't think arguably, but let's say arguably, the greatest basketball player of all time. And now you've and then you own a team.
And you played baseball.
He played baseball.
Yeah.
In the major leagues and hit a double.
Yeah.
Movie star. Endorsement icon. And now you are winning. I guess this is technically a true fact. You are winning in your 3rd different major league sport. A 3-sport star, if you will.
Yeah.
My God, is Michael Jordan the most accomplished athlete in history? With look, hey man, I can hear myself yelling Muhammad Ali and a lot of different things, but at what point does it actually get to, like, I don't want to compare Michael Jordan to like George Washington or, whatever, like when it comes to like, you know what I'm saying? But
let's
like,
have a Michael Jordan holiday.
Dude, who else? Like, okay, let me give you one.
Every 23rd of the month.
If we get it off, I'm voting. Who is more overall accomplished? The only other one I can think of is it Michael Jordan or Magic Johnson?
As far as in sports?
No, just in
life.
Life, business, sports, business, life, endorsement,
business,
fame, all of that.
Well, Jerry West wouldn't be the fame part, but
no. And there's other people.
I mean, he's famous. You know what I mean?
Yeah. But Jordan did it in college, did it in the Olympics, did it in the pros, the best ever in the pros, got to the major leagues, and now is dominating NASCAR. He's owned an NBA team.
Shaq?
I don't think Shaq is as successful as Jordan I don't think anybody would say Shaquille O'Neal is a better basketball player than Michael Jordan.
But it's not like it's a monumental gap.
No. But
and then commercially, my goodness, Shaq is everywhere.
He is, Jason, and your point's well taken, but I would say this. I think Shaq might have MJ in quantity, but I don't think, listen, Shaq doesn't have Jumpman. Shaq doesn't have the logo. Shaq didn't build Nike. Shaq isn't bringing it. I mean, I don't think he's bringing in billions a year just in shoe sales. We're not even talking about Gatorade and the other thing. I don't know. I still think Jordan's got him overall, and from the business angle, from endorsements and all that stuff. I just think Shaq's everywhere, but I think Jordan's far more iconic in the business and advertising world. I could be wrong. I'm happy to be corrected on that. And now he's dominating NASCAR this year, like dominating the Daytona. I really do think it's 4 or 5. Somebody's gonna back me up on that, but I do think it's 4 or 5 races or something like that. That he's so back to it. Durant passed him for 5th all time in scoring. So now you've got Kevin Durant, Kobe Bryant, Karl Malone, almost said Moses, Kareem, and then of course LeBron. Isn't that going to just keep happening though? I mean, we go back to quantity over quality, or vice versa. Like Michael Jordan took 2 years off in his prime first off, so you can add another 6,000 plus points to that on that list. And Michael Jordan didn't play until he was whatever, like LeBron. How do you judge that though? I always find it interesting because from a pure numbers standpoint, LeBron James is the best player to ever play. It's and there's no argument. Like, to me, there's zero argument. If you're just going on numbers, it's LeBron James. Find somebody else that has LeBron's points, rebounds, assists. Add in, 4 titles, 9 straight finals appearances, blah, 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 blah. Now, there's a lot of nuance there when it comes to, okay, but he doesn't have 6 titles, or, LeBron played forever. And that gets used against LeBron. Well, he played forever. He's played since he was 18 years old. So, of course, he's going to do this. But should we punish a guy like LeBron James for longevity, or just say, hey, man, availability?
No, but I mean, I think that's the point. Like, let me look at another guy on the list here. In maybe 2 years, if he's still playing, James Harden will pass Michael Jordan, and that just doesn't feel right?
Mm-hmm.
And it's kind of like some of the records that have been established, but I don't know if it's, it's nearly 100 years, and some will go, Babe Ruth is the best player ever. Well, like Babe Ruth is what Jordan is, right? In the same sense that 100 years from now, if Jordan is 12th in scoring, there'll still be people that'll go, well, Michael Jordan's the greatest basketball player of all time. And so it's just weird to see him drop. I mean, it's not like he's dropping at a rapid rate, but LeBron got him, Kobe got him, now Durant gets him, and Harden could. I don't know the next one. I don't think Westbrook or DeRozan will get there, but I mean, if Curry really keeps going for a while, he might. It's just an odd thing to see the greatness of Michael Jordan just get pushed down a little bit, at least in the scoring. It's not changing his legacy by any means, but it's just, I mean, Durant's one of the great scorers we've ever seen, but it's weird to see him number 5 all time now.
Let me ask you a question I think I've asked you before. It's a really good thought exercise, I think. I'm going to create a world where Michael Jordan and LeBron James are basically the same generation, same age, whatever you want to say. And we're going to do the time machine thing, Jason. You are the owner and GM of the Sacramento Kings. And there's 2 guys in the draft. There's Michael Jordan and there's LeBron James. LeBron James is 18. I think Jordan was 21 when he came out, I think. That being said, you've already seen their careers. You know, you're going back from today. Let's go back to 03 when LeBron was drafted or whatever. And you've got to choose between Michael Jordan and LeBron James. And the only thing you do know is what their final numbers will be. You know how they played. You know their attitudes. You know their personalities. The only thing you don't know that gets taken off the table is I can't tell you how many titles either win, because we're in a new world now. So I don't know if Jordan's going to win 6 or 10. I don't know if LeBron's going to win 4 or 15. I don't know. But you're sitting there with that this is what Michael Jordan's career is going to do. And let's say LeBron James retires at the end of the year, just to make this simple. You know what LeBron James is going to do. Who do you draft?
Based on the specs, it would be LeBron.
And I know that I am creating a complete fantasy world here, but that's the thought exercise I try to do. When I say LeBron James is greater than signed Michael Jordan, of course, and rightfully so. Everybody, first thing they do is go 6 titles,
right.
6-0.
Yeah,
probably could have had 8. And Jordan did more in a shorter time.
Correct.
When it came to titles, that is all true. This is not me saying for a fact LeBron is better. But if I were to say LeBron James has had a better career, you have to couch that, because I would rather have LeBron James's numbers and longevity starting for 0 than Michael Jordan's numbers and longevity. It's just that one translated to 6 titles, one translated to 4 titles, and the numerous finals losses. But I don't know that you penalize LeBron James for losing NBA finals.
Right.
When it's pretty tough. It's like the Buffalo Bills not acknowledging, they lost 4 straight Super Bowls. They made 4 straight Super Bowls, and there's 30 other teams that would take that.
Yeah, when you do the 6-0 argument for Jordan, which is a great argument, 6 finals trips, never lost.
Yeah.
Never lost.
Yeah.
But you penalize others for getting there more times than losing. You're not penalized. They never penalized Jordan for losing in conference finals.
No.
Or not getting there. Like that, you have to do it fairly. You have to do it that way. But look, it's like trying to pick apart 2 greats, and you're like trying to find flaws. There's not many flaws in either guy, to be honest.
Well, and we got a break here, but it's, I'll go even closer to home for me. Joe Montana was 4-0 in Super Bowls. That's insane.
Right.
Jordan was also, what have I said this way? Michael Jordan was Joe Montana was 4-11 when it came to years played and how many times he won the Super Bowl. So 11 out of 15 years, he didn't even get to a Super Bowl. So we never look at it that way.
Right.
He failed he failed to win a championship well over more than he won a championship. But I don't know. Yeah. It's an interesting. It's like trying to vote for an MVP. There's so many different parameters. All right, we will take a break. Chris, is my thingy next break or this break? The one you reminded me of? Next break, thank you. When we come back, Kings Rewind. It was a tough game last night, and Jason and Chris have their work cut out for them. We'll do all that next.
You never know what you might hear when listening to a Sacramento Kings game.
Out of Keegan, going for another triple. Man, is he feeling it. Keegan, can he do it? Yes, there's number 11, Keegan Murray. Keegan steps back. He just knocked down his 12th three-pointer, a Kings franchise record. He's got 45 points.
Never miss a moment of Sacramento Kings basketball with Sactown Sports and the Sactown Sports app.
T-Mobile has an exclusive bundle for customers 55 and up.
I'm Sarah Bowl.
Yeah, I'm Frank Bowl.
A reliable network is key for us. And with T-Mobile, it's been wonderful. And going to the 55-plus plan saved us so much money.
A lot.
And that's important, trying to keep costs down. The home internet's been perfect. It's fast, it's quick. The setup was so easy, it took less than 15 minutes.
It was like, ta-da! If you want simplicity, coverage, reliability, you want the whole package, T-Mobile has it. Right now, T-Mobile customers 55 and up can get 2 phone lines on America's best network, plus America's fastest 5G home internet for just $30 each.
$30 per month each line with autopay plus taxes and fees. Minimum age 55. Pricing for home internet rely on 2 lines of Essentials Choice 55. $35 connection charge per line required. Best mobile network and fastest 5G home internet based on analysis by Ookla of Speed Test Intelligence data 2H 2025. All rights reserved.
Spring is here, and there's really nothing better than hitting the open road in a new Honda. Whether you're shopping new or pre-owned, Stockton Honda has the selection and savings, plus get top dollar for your trade. And while life's roads are often filled with bumps, buying from Stockton Honda couldn't be smoother. Wherever the road you travel might lead, Stockton Honda is happy to get you there. Come in today or go to StocktonHonda.com.
Anytime, anywhere. It's all here. StocktonHonda.com.
Guys, did you know your testosterone level impacts your energy, libido, sleep, weight, hair loss, mood, and even ED? And right now, Revive Men's Health Sacramento will check your testosterone for free. They've helped thousands of men since 2011 feel and perform better. They're so confident they can help you, they even guarantee it. Schedule your free testosterone test, exam, and consultation today. Call 916-277-8599. That's 916-277-8599. Or visit ReviveMen'sHealth.com.
Tune in every Thursday, Friday, and Saturday for the Toyota Tahoe Report with Johnny Mosley and me, Elena, bringing you the latest weather conditions up at Tahoe. Brought to you by your local Toyota dealers, Toyota. Let's go.
A lot of pretty smart things to say. He's good at what he does.
On Sactown Sports.
All right, want to get to King's Rewind here, but Chris, we have a little bit of breaking news in the National Basketball Association.
When it breaks,
We have it first.
it's Sactown Sports breaking news.
The NBA's Board of Governors has approved a vote for the league to explore bids and applicants for expansion teams exclusively in Las Vegas and Seattle. A bidding process is expected to generate offers in the $7 to $10 billion range. This officially starts the NBA's 32-team expansion process, according to Shams Charania. Multiple high-ranking officials have termed expansion as when, not if. Now the NBA will examine Seattle and Vegas bids over the next several months and whether to execute new franchise purchases now or in a few years. That will bring in, let's just say 7 to 10 billion. Let's call it 18 billion combined. 18 billion combined divided by 30 teams is quite the cash influx. But Jason, it goes beyond that. It's not the do not pay attention to the little birdie in the corner. It's not that, although that is significant. It's the valuations of each team skyrocketing will be more than any of that cash coming in. Now you're going to have to share some TV money down the road, this, that, whatever. That's two more teams that get a slice of the pie. But the fact that we're not talking about expansion in LA, Chicago, New York. We're talking about expansion in what would be a bottom 5 television market in Las Vegas, at least in the NBA, and Seattle, which is a strong market, but it's not top 10. The NBA is not going to A, approve this, or B, specifically outline Las Vegas and Seattle. Here's a little secret that's not really a secret. These things are all not done behind the scenes, but they know it's going to happen. They know it's going to happen soon. They've already identified ownership groups. They've already been approached by investors. They already have been told that 7 to 10 billion range. It's not like they're going out and saying, okay, guys, start the bidding process now. And the price is 7 to 10 billion dollars and everybody's lining up. They've been talking to some of these guys for quite a while now.
Oh yeah. This is, like you said, the worst kept secret. It's been out there for a long, long time. And the NBA doesn't want to get this far and think, oh, we didn't really find bidders or didn't think it would work. We couldn't find a way to make it work in either of these two cities. It's a lot farther along, and so it just felt like a matter of time until this was going to get there. So we're getting closer.
I don't know anything about Vegas and the NBA. They've never been in there before. They're now, Vegas has added the Raiders, the Golden Knights, the wildly successful Aces. Now they're getting the Athletics and an NBA team. They will be one of the few cities, funny enough, that have all really baseball, basketball, football, WNBA, hockey. I want to say I'd have to look, Jason. I think there's like 6 cities that have all of those.
Well, and they also still get major fights. We were talking boxing earlier. They'll get college conference championships for basketball.
Summer League.
I mean, UNLV is still huge there.
Yeah. They got college football and basketball.
is Las Vegas overall in 5 years? Are they going to be overall the best sports town in the country?
Very well could be. I mean, they got a lot of choices, right?
You bring up a wonderful point, speaking of about boxing and the UFC, that they're dominant. I mean, there's nobody even close to Vegas when it comes to that type of thing. They have the Sphere. It just makes you kind of think, and then we got to get rewind just to be a little philosophical here. How about the guys that took a piece of desert back in like the 50s or whatever, and we're like, you know what? We're going to lay down all this stuff in the middle of absolute nowhere. And now you look 70, 80 years later, and
there's a lot of holes in that desert.
It's for aeration, Chris.
Oh, okay. Gotcha.
Yeah. King's Rewind. You got your work cut out for you guys, but I know we'll laugh. King's Rewind starts right meow.
Well, with just 10 games to go, the Kings were beginning their final road trip of the season.
It's the final
road trip. This trip takes the Kings from Orlando, Atlanta, Brooklyn, Toronto, and begins in Charlotte, North Carolina.
North Carolina, come on and raise up. This one's for you. This one's for who? Us.
These two teams squared off just 13 days ago at Golden One Center, and the Hornets prevailed 117-109 despite 39 points from future Hall of Famer DeMar DeRozan. It was a good effort and good job. The Kings entered this game as a mash unit. Out of the game, Sabonis, Levine, Murray, Hunter, Westbrook, Achua, Clifford, Hayes, Eubanks, and Stevens.
Have we displeased you, Almighty God in heaven? Do our lives mean nothing to you?
No peace, Stu.
That leaves just 8 available for the Kings, and yet another different starting lineup for Doug Christie, which featured Monk, Carter, Reynaud, DeRozan, and Baldwin.
It's going to be a lonely bench.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, Charlotte, they're hot. The Hornets have the second best record in the NBA since January 22nd. Only the San Antonio Spurs have a better record since that date.
Fragile ego, fragile body, weak mind, weak spirit.
With all that said, the Las Vegas line had the Hornets as a heavy favorite of 18.5 points.
Even if they beat you 99 times out of 100, that still leaves
one time. Yeah. One time.
Well, the first quarter was a story of two different styles. The Kings were doing damage in the paint with their big lineup.
I'm fine. It's just that you're so big.
As the Hornets were hovering around the three-point line, including Con Knipple, who broke Keegan Murray's three-point rookie record.
I am buffeted by the winds of my foe's enmity and cast about by the towering waves of cruel fate.
Live appearance from Keegan. The Hornets made 5 triples beyond the arc in the first quarter, while the Kings went 0 for 4.
Yikes!
Charlotte led 33-25 after the first quarter.
We're not that bad!
Well, in the second quarter, the Hornets would extend their lead because of the power of the three. They had made 9 of them before the Kings made their first from Patrick Baldwin Jr.
Yes, all right. C-Mac, this could be the start.
Well, all in all, the Hornets hit 13 three-pointers in the first half, while the Kings connected on just 3, and Charlotte opened up a 72-47 halftime lead.
That's bad.
Yes. The Kings have now allowed 70 or more points in a half 23 times this season.
Whoa! Oh, yeah!
The third quarter wasn't any better. In fact, it was worse, as the Hornets scored 41 points in the third to make the game completely out of hand.
So I want you all to listen up and listen good. Let's get the F out of here. I mean, there's an exit near the showers. We can get back to the bus and we can get back into Des Moines before they even know we're gone.
Good point. Well, the fourth quarter was just about passing the time. In fact, during the radio broadcast, the legendary G-Man and former King Henry Turner debated what would be the best food options for the postgame.
55 burgers, 55 fries, 55 tacos, 55 pies, 55 cokes, 100 tater tots, 100 pizzas, 100 tenders, 100 meatballs, 100 coffees, 55 wings, 55 shakes, 55 pancakes, 55 pasta, 55 peppers, and 155 taters.
They were eating good. The Hornets ended up matching a franchise record by making 26 threes in the game.
Stop! He's already dead.
Charlotte sweeps the Kings and completely dominates by the final of 134-90.
His face hurts. And where is his glasses? He can't see without his glasses. Put his glasses on. Put on his glasses.
In the loss, the Kings saw Malik Monk get 14 assists.
I'm a pizza guy.
Also a career high from Daquan Plowden as he scored 22 points.
Oh, Mr. Plow, that's my name. That name again is Mr. Plow.
And Doug McDermott, usually a three-point sniper, he hit 3 two-pointers and was the master of the mid-range.
Crank up the mids.
Up next, the Kings will head to Orlando to face the Magic on Thursday.
Oh, no, really? Magic? No, let's not go there. No, nothing is more repellent than magicians. Bunch of grown men waving wands, pulling bunnies out of body crevices. Magicians are repulsive. Next topic.
Well, there you go. Now you know, Dave, how it all played out. You didn't have to watch the 44-point blowout. You just had to check out Rewind.
No disrespect, so nobody can be offended. Nope. But dare I say that.
All right, everybody, don't get offended.
Far more entertaining than the game itself.
Yeah.
I have had a friend tell me that they no longer watch the games and just wait for Rewind.
I love that. Coming soon next year, Kings Fast Forward, where we'll just predict the whole thing.
Yes.
As we go to break, Chris, I'm sure you've probably seen this online. There is a guy that posted a video where he went over his McDonald's order. And I always think about this now when Chris plays what I call the Luka drop, where he's making his long order in the drive-thru. This is a real thing. I don't know if the guy's trolling or not, but this is what he said. His McDonald's order is 6 double cheeseburgers with extra cheese, 6 double quarter pounders with an extra patty in each one, 60 chicken nuggets, 2 McGriddles, a dozen snack wraps, 6 large fries, 8 apple pies, 2 Oreo McFlurries, 2 M&M McFlurries, and 1 of every milkshake to go with the Diet Coke to not go over on calories. Chris, have you seen this?
No.
Okay, I'll send you the video. He's got to be trolling, right? Like, is there literally anyone in the world outside of like a Joey Chestnut, a professional eater that could? And by the way, did the math. That's over $300 an order.
Ooh.
I don't even want to know the calories.
Here's my biggest question: How are you getting McGriddles in there?
So it's funny you say that because that has been the number one reason, other than no way can you eat all that people have reacted saying this dude's trolling, because you can't get a McGriddle at the same time you get a cheeseburger. Okay, I missed that one. We'll take a break. When we come back, we are halfway through the show, and we still got so much for you. Yankees and Giants open up baseball tonight. Logan Webb on the bump. We'll talk about that and more. We still have Kings postgame. Katie will join us at 9 a.m. We'll be right back. Very short break after this. Message from my good friends at Hoblet Dodge, Chrysler, Jeep, Ram, and Woodland, and they're celebrating right now. Why? What happened? Is it a birthday? Did somebody graduate? No. I mean, maybe, but that's not why they're celebrating. They're celebrating because they are so proud to be able to offer 4.99% financing for you. They go out, and not only do they get vehicles to sell, they also secure the best financing available. See, their motto over the years is simply this: they are family-owned and operated. And yeah, you're in business to make a little money, but they understand that the better deals they give you, the better reputation they're going to have, the more people are going to come and shop there. When you need another car for yourself or a family member, you're going to go there too, because not only did you get the best deal financially, but they treat you like family. It's a real thing. I bought 2 cars from this place. They're awesome. When and if one of my kids ever gets a car, we're going to Hoblet, even though that might be a while. One of the reasons as well, MSRP, manufacturer's suggested retail price. A lot of dealerships will take their most popular cars and they'll up that value. They'll go above MSRP. Hoblet does the opposite. They go below. They want to save you money. Maybe make a little less money, but overall have a better reputation and make you happier, not just when you drive off the lot, But years later, when you're seeing all your other friends getting taken advantage of at other dealerships, search, select, and save at hoblet.com. Unbeatable prices, unbeatable selection. Nobody beats Hoblets, period. We will take a quick break. When we come back, top of the hour, halfway through opening day in baseball next.
The San Francisco 49ers play on Sactown Sports 1140.
Touchdown 49ers! Every game on your #1 sports station. Don't miss the action on your local sports leader. Sactown Sports 1140.
This is the story of the one. As a safety manager at a manufacturing plant, he does everything he can to keep his coworkers safe. From finding ways to reduce risks to keeping safety supplies in stock. And for that, he relies on Grainger. Grainger offers a broad range of quality products and next-day delivery, so he can always play it safe. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
Jackson Hewitt has a great tax prep deal, $149 or less. Missing out is like ignoring a check engine light in your car. You'll regret it. Seriously, the price is only $149 or less, no matter how complicated, so don't wait. Like when you get a password expires today alert, or you're shopping online and there's only one item left. It's like your taxes are in the cart, just complete the purchase. Hurry, this deal for $149 or less is like your phone at 1%. It's about to power down. Limited time offer for new clients on federal returns. Participating locations only. Terms at jacksonhewitt.com/149.
Confidence is knowing you're ready to handle whatever comes your way. That's what it feels like to take on your workday with Cintas. They make sure your AEDs are up to date, your fire extinguishers are tested and inspected, your floor mats are cleaned and delivered, and your workwear looks good, feels good, and is freshly laundered with a Cintas Apparel Plus program. So are you ready to take on today? Visit Cintas.com and get ready for the workday. Confidence is knowing you're ready to handle whatever comes your way. That's what it feels like to take on your workday with Cintas. They make sure your AEDs are up to date, your fire extinguishers are tested and inspected, your floor mats are cleaned and delivered, and your workwear looks good, feels good, and is freshly laundered with a Cintas Apparel Plus program. So are you ready to take on today? Visit Cintas.com and get ready for the workday.
When your check engine light comes on, do you see a repair bill or do you see peace of mind? For 20 years, CarShield's been the name America trusts to help keep you on the road. While other companies stop covering you when your car gets older, CarShield offers protection plans up to 200,000 miles. With over $1 billion in claims paid, we don't just promise protection, we deliver it. Don't let a breakdown break your budget. Get the flexible month-to-month coverage you deserve. Go to carshield.com. That's carshield.com today.
KHD1 Sacramento, KYMX HD3 Sacramento. From the Power Business Technology Toshiba Studios.
This is Sactown Sports 1140.
Ladies and gentlemen, we are halfway through the week. Your week! So right now, I need every single listener on their feet. Callers, texters, YouTubers. Make some noise for Sacramento's favorite sports morning show. Carmichael Dave, Jason Ross, and the man behind the glass, Chris Berlard.
Yeah. Yes. Yes. So excited to be with you.
Good to be with you.
Good. Great to be with you, Jason. Thanks to Scott Fresh Hour, as we do each and every Wednesday. And I know that he ends that by rightfully acknowledging Chris Verlaud. So I hate to do this. But Chris, you and I had a very good conversation. I mean, we all three had a very good conversation. But Chris, you and I were a little, going back and forth on the whole UFC boxing thing earlier.
It was the least snarky that we've all been in a while.
Yeah, and I don't like it. That being said, I'm going to read something to you, and I'm going to let you decide. I'm going to give you a test to see what type of human being you are. Are you I'm standing my ground no matter what, la, 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 I can't hear you, or are you accountable when you are let me just say, completely proven wrong in everything you said. So your big thing was the fighters aren't taken care of, and Zuffa, amongst others, the parent company, Endeavor's the parent company. You got my point.
No, I said that Zuffa pays their boxers way more than that they pay their MMA fighters.
But even in the world of MMA, I would assume you'd say MMA fighters are not compensated commensurate to what they do. They should be compensated more. Zuffa doesn't do enough.
Yes.
Well, I have in my hands a letter on UFC letterhead. This was posted by lightweight fighter Matt the Steamroller Fabrola. Okay?
The Steamroller?
Fabrola. This is from the UFC. Dear UFC athletes, pursuant to the promotion agreement and merchandise rights agreement between you and Zuffa, i.e. the UFC, please find enclosed a statement of the merchandise royalties detailing your participation share for the sale of merchandise bearing your identity. The amount of your payment for calendar year 2025 is $250, from which any applicable withholding taxes will be deducted. Payments will be made electronically or wire transferred to the bank account UFC has on file for you. So, Chris, are you going to apologize?
I stand corrected.
Thank you. That's almost that guy's McDonald's order.
Almost. I actually got more upset when you said that.
Well, I'll go
when you put it in that perspective.
Let me put it in, I'll put it in even better perspective because I'll find a way to merge these two stories. MGM Resorts have dropped their all-inclusive experience. Have either of you guys seen this yet? Okay. Included in this one price, you get a 2-night stay at either Luxor or Excalibur with double options. Including all resort fees. 3 meals per day per guest. Breakfast, lunch, and dinner redeemable at a selection of MGM resorts. Luxor, Excalibur, MGM Grand, Mandalay Bay, New York, New York. 2 tickets to an MGM resort show per stay with 6 options, including popular headliners and signature productions. 2 rides on the Big Apple Coaster at New York, New York.
Now that is fun.
And this is where they usually get you. Self-parking for a vehicle at any MGM Resort Las Vegas property, regardless of where you're staying. Gentlemen, we like to play this game with odds and different things. How much does all of that cost all in? What are they charging?
$14.99.
No.
$1,499.
Luxor, and then it's 2 nights.
2 nights.
2 nights, 6 meals.
3 meals. Yeah, exactly. You can bring a friend, so it covers them. 2 tickets to a show, a ride on the coaster, and parking.
Luxor and Excalibur are terrible. I'll say $600.
$300.
Oh,
really?
$300 all in, which is $50 if you use your merchandise check from Zuffa. So again,
that's a pretty good deal.
Honestly, that is actually. I hope that's. I love when this stuff happens because then hopefully you're going to get copycats, and it ends up being a race now between different properties to maybe bring prices down. Look, I'm with you. I've never stayed at Excalibur. I've stayed at Luxor. That's the one with the big beam up top, right? Yeah. They're not great.
They stole it from us.
They did. But $300 all in? I mean, you fly down to Vegas. Let's say you do rent a car.
I mean, at some of those properties, you're talking about $300 for 2 nights just in fees.
And in parking. Honestly, when you said the parking, I'm like, my gosh, some of those places just gouge you.
Yeah, it's a $65 a day resort fee for your parking.
It's like, why? It's a spot that you're unoccupied.
You fly down there, you hang out on the strip. Maybe you got a car if you rent that. You can park as part of the deal. Maybe take a drive to the Grand Canyon or
Lake Mead.
Say that again.
Lake Mead.
John Mole's Roadkill Grill off the strip. Best barbecue I've ever had. You do all that. Maybe you go down, you see a show. Maybe there's a fight that weekend. I do wonder what the limits and blackout dates and all that. I don't have that information, but that's a pretty smoking deal for Las Vegas right now.
There is only one show I've seen in Las Vegas, and I don't know if they do it anymore, but it's the Cirque du Soleil Beatles show.
You could have given me all day to guess. Wouldn't have guessed that one.
And it was incredible.
You would have given me all day. I wouldn't have guessed that's what you would
And
have
here's
said about that.
This has left Las Vegas, which is sad because my friend and we went to the show, and like I got a deal like buy one, get one 50% off type of thing. And so we walk in, and the usher says like, okay, here are your seats. Have you been to this show before? And I'm like, no, this is like our first Cirque du Soleil show. And she says to me, oh, well, you can't watch the show from your seats here. And I'm like, what do you mean? She's like, no. If this is your first time, I've got some seats for you 3 rows from the front. This is a fantastic area. You're going to be able to see everything. You're going to love it. I'm like, oh.
No way.
Yeah.
Have you seen that Key and Peele skit where he gets the Continental, or they upgrade him to Economy Plus, and he's like, oh, thank you very much. I feel like that's how you felt.
That's definitely it.
That's fantastic. That's what they need to bring back. I hate Vegas. I'm well documented. I do not like Las Vegas, but my God, have the prices gone absolutely ridiculous. And there's been some think pieces about the late Sheldon Adelson and how his whole thing was like, we're going to up the prices on purpose because we basically want to keep the riffraff out. We want to exclude the pores and we want to upgrade our experiences. So we're just going to smash everything. And guess what? It's not working. So I, all of you that are going to be flying down on the weekends to go see athletics games, now you go see an A's game in the daytime, go to the Sphere at night, check out an MGM show. I too have seen one show down there in my life. It was Blue Man Group.
Oh,
dude, that was ridiculous.
It wasn't the Jabberwockies.
No,
South Sac represent.
Is that where they're from?
I know a few of the guys. They went to Florin, I believe.
Really?
Like the ones that started it, I believe. I don't know that much about them, but I know that some of the guys are from Florin. My cousin knew a couple of them.
Interesting. Well, shout out. I didn't know, even whether it's the Jabberwockies or maybe just Jabberwalker. I don't know what the singular is for that, but well done, MGM. Let's see. Also, I got one more note because we got to get to opening day here. What did I have for you guys? Oh, here we go. The Masters prices are out. Not much of a change here. But once again, I'd like to remind everybody that if you're lucky enough to go to Augusta, Georgia and witness any of the practice rounds or actual golf itself, a pimento cheese sandwich, one of the 2 classic sandwiches there, along with egg salad, they are still $1.50. You can get a club sandwich for $3, pork barbecue for $3. Chris, you want to go and drink all your beers? $5 domestic, $5 import. $6 for a white wine and $5 for their now signature drink, the Crow's Nest. But you could get yourself 2 pimento cheese sandwiches, some fresh fruit, a bottled water, let's say, because you're being healthy, or an iced tea or a soft drink, and some cookies. $10.
Wow.
And then you go over to the gift shop where they have all of the Masters gear, if you will, and you can turn that thing on its ass because a shirt's like $400. It hasn't crossed over there. We got to go someday, Jason.
Well, still waiting on the lottery. Did you ever get your? Well, yeah. When do you find out?
It's usually I think it's May or June. It's pretty short after the end of the tournament. They open everything up. I think it's May. It's somewhere in there, and I'm starting to think it's a troll and nobody actually wins.
Do you think you can sneak in?
Sneak into the Masters?
Yeah, like, I don't know, get a badge or act like you know what you're doing, or, you're a grounds crew, something. I don't know. Find some way.
I gotta think people have tried that. My thing is that I would give it a try. I don't even care. And I don't care about the punishment. It would be worth it. Like you said, just put on a green jacket, gold jacket. Who gives a crap? Whatever it is, and roll in there. The problem is, though, if I get caught, there goes any chance I ever have of being invited to join Augusta National.
Yeah, but you're like
That's a pretty good chance that happens anyway. So
the pimento cheese delivery person.
Like, if you're dude, I wonder if you get DoorDash from the Masters.
Just DoorDash in here.
Just here
it's for Mr. Woods. I believe he's on the 17th.
And then you go into like the Masters green phone booth and you take off all your DoorDash clothes and you're in like normal golfer wear.
Patrons.
And I would hang out on the second 9.
Now, that's one. If you go, you have to just walk the whole course.
100%. Jason, you have an opportunity to go see games 2 and 3, meaning it's a home and road game of the New York Yankees in the World Series, complete with airfare and hotel. Or you have a Sunday pass to the Masters. Which do you do?
The first one.
Really?
Yeah. I'm not. Look, if you're at a level 10 of wanting to go to the Masters, I'm not saying I don't care, because I would love to do it. But I would put it at, it's more like a 7 or an 8 for me. Yeah. But I would go. I would never say no.
Here, that's very fair. Here's what's going to piss me off, probably. Chris, on a scale of 1 to 10, where would your excitement at attending the Masters lie?
1.
Oh, shoot. I wrote down 0. I thought
he said 1 to 10.
I know, but I thought you put 0.
Like, to the point where if somebody gave you the opportunity, like, I have an extra ticket and I also have an extra airplane ticket. You want to go to the Masters? You're like,
you know what?
Yeah.
If that were the option, yeah, I'd go.
What'd be funny is Chris would get it, and he'd be like, yeah, I had a chance to go to the Masters. I didn't even care. I didn't go. And Dave would just be like, what?
Well, that was going to be my follow-up.
Here would be the thing, though. I would go specifically because...
Yeah.
That's what I thought.
And take all these pictures.
You're not interested in going. You're interested in going because I can't go. And
I got the secret pass, too, where they let me take my phone in.
They actually let me swing a couple and play a couple holes.
They actually invited me to join.
I'm a member. Apparently someone there is a huge fan of the Verlade squad, a big member of the Verlade squad.
He comes back that Monday wearing a green jacket and embroidered in gold on the collar. It says the champ. I'm not.
I smell bad. You could tell I haven't slept in 2 days.
He's picking next year's dinner.
He stayed in Butler Cabin with the amateurs.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I really don't like it, but I got Sloppy Joe's on the menu.
The Chris Verlade Masters dinner. Sloppy Joe's, pozole, some guac, some salsa, some steak, some Sloppy Joe's, Bud Light.
They flew in A&W root beer in the barrel.
And had soft serve.
I would probably jump. I'm not even lying. That would probably be the end for me. There's no getting over that, dude. There's no comeback for that. There's no comeback against it. Chris would have bragging rights for life, dude. All right. Opening. I got to move on. I'm starting to get angry. Yankees Giants tonight. Jason.
Yeah.
Neither team has lost yet. One of these streaks is going to end.
Yeah, I'm a little bit nervous because, it sets the tone for the whole year.
Uh-huh.
If you lose game 1.
It is tonight.
Yes.
Is tonight a must-win for New York?
Yes. And for San Francisco. And again, did we ever figure out if when they're in town together,
They went out yesterday.
Oh, they did. Okay, good.
They went out. They went
Lunch.
to the Fremont Hotel, and then they went to the House of Prime Rib.
Ooh, good choices.
They rode the Fremont Hotel, the elevator, or Fairmont, the glass elevator up and down so they could see all of San Francisco. Then they went to dinner at the House of Prime Rib. And before that, they all took a ride. They actually chartered a ride for the Blue and Gold Fleet and saw Alcatraz.
Yeah.
Max Chicken Freed on the mound tonight versus Rockland's own Logie Webb.
Logs,
hero of the WBC.
It's his 5th opening day start.
I mean, look, dude. Is
he the greatest Giants pitcher? I mean, where is he, Dave, on your Mount Giant pitcher more? Is that a thing?
Bumgarner. I mean, I'm talking modern era because someone's going to bust out, Tungsten Armo Doyle, but I modern era. Oh God. I mean, Madison Bumgarner.
I'm being honest. He probably has better. Does he have better numbers than Mad Bum? Now, Mad Bum's got the legacy of what he did in the postseason. You can never deny that.
I'm sure he has better. I'm fairly sure he has better regular season numbers than Madison Bumgarner, maybe significantly when it comes to ERA. But Madison Bumgarner is the greatest postseason pitcher of all time.
Yeah,
like his numbers are insane. Like it's a different deal. I'm just gonna make it easy. Logan Webb, Madison Bumgarner, Rick Russell, and Don Robinson.
Wow,
that's my mount.
No Kane, no Lincecum.
They're fine. Mike Krukow, Billy Swift, Greg Minton, the late Rod Beck.
Rob Nen.
That's my guys. Rob Nen, Brian Wilson. Yeah.
Okay.
I think everybody would agree with that.
No one would debate it.
So just to remind everybody, tonight's game is on Netflix.
Where's that? What channel?
That is channel Netflix. So you hit the Netflix button on your remote, or you go to the app and you hit the Netflix. And do not be alarmed. Make sure to turn your TV down because inevitably when it connects, it'll go. Jung, jung.
Oh, is it Law and Order?
It kind of a little bit.
Yeah.
And the little Netflix curtains open, and then you got to pick your profile picture, of which my daughter has given us all my profile picture is a hippo. We all have our own names as well that she created. I made the mistake of saying, "Hey, do all this," and she did. So we've got that, and then you go right there. It should say on the front, Giants, Yankees, or Yankees, Giants, and then you watch, and you can't switch around because then you have to exit out of the whole thing. That's super annoying. But hey, the DVD company has the opening game of baseball between two of the marquee teams.
Yeah, just as we thought that would happen with this sport. And they're the only game today. Then there's a bunch of teams that play tomorrow, but still not the A's, who won't open till Friday. Yeah, it's really weird beginning to the season.
It's dumb. I don't like it.
But is it that different? Being not trying to be funny here, than like the NBA that opens up with the 2 games?
No, it's not. Or the NFL with the 1. I don't like. I'm fine if you have like the day before opening day, you have like the marquee sneaky game. What was the thing they did? Thank God they're not doing this year, where like the Dodgers and Royals would play in Tokyo, and then like a month later, the rest of that was stupid. Also, I need a ruling from you guys before the break. I wanted to remember to bring this up. So remember, Jason, when you were going over the man, I'm going to put you in a really tough spot here, Jason. I just want to apologize in advance. You were going over the Sac State football schedule, their first year of MAC play. MAC-action, if you will.
Right, I will.
And we were lamenting, especially me, I was lamenting the fact that because Sac State was playing at Ball State, we have to wait at least a year for the vaunted Sac Bowl.
Yeah, very controversial.
Very controversial. And it would be the Sac Ball Bowl because in America, the home team goes last in the score bug. I tweeted something to the effect yesterday when I was tweeting the schedule. And the president of Sacramento State University, Luke Wood, replied. And because I said, unfortunately, there will be no ball sack bowl this season. And he replied and he said, I'm paraphrasing, but it was basically like, what are you talking about? They play on, October 13th, Sac State at Ball State. I need a ruling. It has to be, correct me if I'm wrong, it has to be Ball State in Sacramento, does it not?
I mean, I saw a lot of people tweeting that, hey, we finally get the game America was waiting for, but I'm with you. I think because the way you see it, like you said on the score bug, needs to be Sac State, needs to be the home team, but now it doesn't mean people won't say it the other way, but yeah, I don't think it's the real way.
And Dave, it depends on where you're watching the game.
Why so?
If he's across the pond in Europe,
they flip it?
It would be ball sack.
Oh.
Yeah, I was just saying, in America, those home teams come last. Most of the rest of the world, the home team comes first, which is super not confusing. But as we break, I'll take you back to one of the all-time great score bugs of all time. It was, I think, mid-90s NCAA March Madness tournament when Bradley was playing Pittsburgh. Pittsburgh was the home team, and you can look it up. It was perfectly spelled as well. The score bug said Brad Pitt with 2 T's. Now, had Bradley been the home team, nobody in 2026 is talking about the Pitt-Brad game. It doesn't make sense. So I will have to respectfully and also no offense.
Oh, yeah, so it's fine.
It's fine. Disagree with President Dr. President Luke Wood.
Wow.
We'll take a break.
Stinger's down?
I would say, Jason, it's more of Stinger's confused.
Okay.
Stinger's sideways.
Yeah.
Sorry to put you in that position. We'll take a break. I hope there's no blowback. When we return, Jason's got the audio and the wheel on this one. We'll get some Kings post-game reaction, including Doug Christie. 8 available bodies last night as well. Katie Christensen at 9 a.m. We'll get to all that coming up next.
Download the Sactown Sports app.
Sacramento sports in your pocket. This is Sactown Sports 1140.
Capital Casino is conveniently located in downtown, 411 16th Street, and has been a part of the greater Sacramento area for over 20 years. They offer the best variety of games in the region in a safe and friendly environment, and there's plenty of parking, all well lit and monitored by security. Come have a great meal at the cafe and restaurant inside. Capital Casino has the best food, the best service, and the best action. But please always remember to gamble responsibly. 1-800-GAMBLER.
It's time for the madness, and your HVAC system is in a full court press. Cold mornings, warm afternoons. Your heater and AC are battling, and your system is working overtime. Don't let your comfort get knocked out. Score Brower Mechanical's Madness BOGO special. Buy a heating maintenance and get a free AC maintenance for just $89. Call 916-352-3113. Brower Mechanical. Residential and commercial HVAC sales and service. License number 1081055.
Baseball is back in Sacramento, and the party starts now at Sutter Health Park. Join the Sacramento River Cats this weekend as we open the season with exciting baseball, special giveaways, and can't-miss promotions. Opening weekend is here. Grab your tickets at rivercats.com.
Guys, did you know your testosterone level impacts your energy, libido, sleep, weight, hair loss, mood, and even ED? And right now, Revive Men's Health Sacramento will check your testosterone for free. They've helped thousands of men since 2011 feel and perform better. They're so confident they can help you, they even guarantee it. Schedule your free testosterone test, exam, and consultation today. Call 916-277-8599. That's 916-277-8599. Or visit ReviveMen'sHealth.com.
Country in the Park is back. May 8th and 9th at Cal Expo. Miranda Lambert. John Party, Chris Young, Turnpike Troubadours, Dylan Scott, and more. Line dancing live DJs, Mechanical Bulls, huge festival area, and food trucks. Tickets start at only $68. Country in the Park, May 8th and 9th at Cal Expo with the California Highway Patrol, Fox Family Heating and Air, and Tecovas. More info at CITPFest.com.
If your passion is bass fishing, only one radio show has the action, information, and excitement of your favorite outdoor sport. Ultimate Bass, hosted by Tournament Bass Pro and California Outdoor Hall of Famer Kent Brown, takes you live to where the fish are biting every Saturday morning. Only Ultimate Bass feeds your passion with the latest news, products, tips, and advice from the pros. Ultimate Bass with Kent Brown, Saturday mornings at 5 a.m. on Sactown Sports 1140, part of SEP's Saturday Morning Outdoors.
When you take the time to shop at Folsom Lake Honda, there's one thing you'll always find: happy people ready to serve you. As a family-owned and operated dealership since 2009, customer service is our #1 priority. Our customers love doing business with us, and you will too.
Looking to own or lease? During the spring sales event, drive a brand new Accord or Civic. Visit us today at FolsomLakeHonda.com, your one-stop Honda shop.
Folsom Lake Honda.
There are many reasons to choose Gonzalez Law Offices as a dedicated trial lawyer with an undefeated record from 2016 through 2019, and you'll know that no case is too big or too small. Due to his success, hard work, and commitment to excellence, attorney Jonathan Gonzalez has been listed in Super Lawyers Rising Stars, as well as in the top 40 under 40 list by national trial lawyers. You can find Gonzalez Law Office online at saclegaldefense.com or call him at 916-304-9187.
Carmichael Dave Show with Jason Ross.
Call or text at 916-339-1140
on Sactown Sports.
Ow. You know, I want to remind everybody, you can watch, listen to the show on demand whenever you want in so many different ways. You can go to the Sactown Sports app. Get it there. You should all have the app. If you don't, shame on you. Available in the App Store and whatever the hell Androids do. You can go on YouTube and just go back and look at all the archives. And that's going to prepare you. So, for example, there might be people coming in at 9 a.m. going, hey, I'm here for Katie, ready for Katie. But sometimes life gets in the way and they're traveling. And so Katie is going to be busing or flying or both in that 9 a.m. So just talk to her during the break. And she had a great idea. Hey, why don't we just make it happen now? And I called Jason, and Jason said, I hate that idea. But you know what? We took a vote. Chris said yes. I said yes. Jason was a hard no.
I lost.
You lost big time, brother. Joining us right now.
Let's do it live.
List for your Sacramento Kings. Where in the world is Katie Christensen? Good morning.
Good morning, Jason. I don't believe anything he says, by the way.
I don't either.
So you're safe.
Yeah, thank you.
Yes.
Wow.
I am at the hotel in Charlotte. Stayed the night last night. Obviously, in 30 minutes, we're getting on the bus to go to the airport and head to Orlando. Next stop on this lovely 5-gamer.
Do you have? Are you guys? You guys are playing in Orlando tomorrow? Is it? I don't have the schedule in front of me.
Yes.
So, yes.
Have you ever, in all of your travels, taken a moment and gone to Disney World on your one trip to Orlando a year?
No, it's not like we're close where we stay. And also, what fun is it going by yourself? And it's not like we've ever been there and like had an extra day. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Disney World by yourself would suck, huh, Jason?
I was just thinking about, I mean, I've never been by myself. Yeah. I was thinking, would it be bad? It probably would be. That's kind of one of those things you want to go with a group of people.
Well, and I feel like my children would revolt and never speak to me again.
Yeah.
So
you just couldn't tell them.
It's a great
point. Yeah.
Katie, we could spend all morning lamenting the game and result last night. We have had quite the opposite take, which is, look, you know what, we don't need to get into, nor do we ever get into it with you, the whole win, not win draft pick stuff, because that's not how coaches and players think. But I would say this, when you start 8 players, when you're giving massive minutes to guys that would normally in a healthy world be, no disrespect, but they'd be fairly deep on the bench, what the hell else do you expect other than just to look at the youth and these guys getting opportunities and see if they're taking advantage of them?
Yeah, that's kind of where we've been a lot of the season. There's been such an unprecedented number of injuries and surgeries that have gone down this season. And, it is what it is. But, for example, I feel for Domantas Sabonis and what he's been through this season. I mean, he has been the most available player. I mean, let's go back to the year that he played with a broken thumb, and just muscled through that season. And, you look at kind of what he's been through, and it's unfortunate. But at the same time, we probably never would have been able to actually see what Max Reno is made of. So that's just an example of, you've got to be able to take something positive out of the unfortunate negative things that have happened. And so, last night is a great example. First of all, Charlotte is a team that is playing incredibly well. They have 3-point shooters up and down their roster. The Kings have 2. And so, you kind of got them in a period where they're battling for position in the play-in. They're looking at a playoff run. This team is coming into their own. LaMelo Ball is healthy. All of those things. And my goodness, did they play incredibly well. And Kings got them on a rough night with 8 available people, So I just kind of look at it, for the fact that this is a period of evaluation and all of those things. But from talking to Doug Christie, I mean, he said it a couple days ago at the press conference before the final game in Sacramento on Sunday. And for the life of me, I can't even remember who we played. Brooklyn. We played Brooklyn on Sunday. He's talking to these guys in the way that he's like, listen, we go out there to win. You've got young guys, and at no point are you trying at all to impart on them anything other than playing to the standard and building for the future and trying to win. That's how players and coaches look at it. And the other stuff, which is, that's all for the front office to deal with. It has nothing to do with, how Doug Christie is coaching or how the players are playing. It is just kind of how, from his perspective, you have to approach it.
Katie, how accurate of a read do you think they can get? And I guess they, as Scott Perry, B.J. Armstrong, the decision makers, on whether it's players or rotations when it's so hodgepodge. I mean, it's 8 last night, and it's been about 9 or 10 here for the last few games, and it's kind of a different assortment of the group. I mean, how difficult of a read is it to get on the players or combinations when it is so kind of ragtag right now?
I don't even know if it's about getting a read on combinations as much as it is just individual assessments, right? It could be that. I mean, we're starting to see, seeing Max and Nique play together in kind of that ball handler position and the post position. That's a read that you can get right now. And, seeing Devin Carter and his ability can he run an offense? Can he, those are the things that you're kind of looking at. You're looking at individual things, in my opinion, probably more so than combinations. But Malik Monk had a career high 14 assists last night. He was 4th last year after the De'Aaron Fox, trade, to play a lot at that primary ball handler position. And that's not his position. He's our best 3-point shooter on this team, shooting over 40%. But when you're running the offense, you're not getting the same type of shots that you do in that off-guard position. And so, that's something you already know. You know that Malik has the ability to do that. It's not probably the best position to have him in, but it also is evaluating Max Reno, because he's played incredibly well alongside Russell Westbrook. A couple of the games that Russ wasn't available, he had 4-6 points, something like that. And then Russ comes and you've got 30, right? But, I asked Doug Christie about this the other day. How can you get similar production from Max when he's not playing alongside Russ? And he explained the fact that a lot of his play alongside Russ is pocket passes. So then how can you get things off the roll? How can you get stuff from the dunkers and play different with different guards? And I feel like Max has actually shown us the last couple of games that he can score in different ways than just kind of relying on that pocket pass, 2-man action with Russell Westbrook. And so seeing him be able to do that with other guards, it's great, And so I don't know. It's an interesting time right now. And I also feel like after a loss, especially a loss like last night, it's super easy to go to the doom and gloom, but the Kings are 5-4 over their last 9 games. They had a losing streak of what was it, 15 or something like that? I'm trying to remember. I try to block those things out. But, if you look at over the last 10 games, Kings actually have been playing better despite the fact that they have a lot fewer people available. So they've done a really excellent job of mixing and matching and, different lineups and different roles and all that. And they've actually done a fairly decent job considering, the circumstances.
Did we lose Dave?
Are you there?
I'm here. I guess I thought we lost Dave.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, I think think we lost Dave there in that moment. So anyway, there you are, Dave.
That was weird. Sorry, guys. All my buttons were not pushed. Sorry about that. I have a little Easter basket, if you will, because it's that time of year of just a lightning round of questions for you regarding Max Reynaud. First one is, and I'm a member of the Sabonis fan club. This is no disrespect. He's amazing and probably the best rebounding center in the league. Certainly has the last couple of years. Second best passing center in the league. Question one. Are there any things you see Max Reynaud where his ceiling, and I'm talking about specific aspects of his game, his ceiling might be better than Domantas Sabonis in specifics?
I mean, that's a fair question, I guess. You look back to Domantas Sabonis in his rookie year, his sophomore year, and I don't know that anyone knew that he would become what he did. So I can genuinely say that so much of what he's been able to do through his career has been about having a roster around him that is specific to his talents. If you look at the Beam year, right, the Beam team year, and going to the playoffs, that offense ran through Domantas Sabonis. Well, it's changed a lot since then. They're not using him in the same way. So, when he led the league in double-doubles and triple-doubles and all of that and has led the league in rebounding the last 2-3 years and double-doubles, like all of these things, his role and the way he's being used has changed. Coaching staff has changed. The offense has changed. So when you look at that in comparison to, what is Max capable of, everything, you guys, has to do with your particular set of skills and the team around you and how you're used within that. I mean, that's just common sense. But the one thing that Max has not, and not shockingly, I mean, he's a rookie, he hasn't kind of shown this element of Domas's game is just his ability in the DHO and in the pick and roll. He's good in the pick and roll in the sense that he can come out of it, score, in the pocket. He has a great touch around the rim. He has that ability. I think he's going to develop into a three-point shooter, someone that can stretch the floor, which means he's going to be able to play alongside another big. But I think that's an element of his game that he's got to get more comfortable with because, let's be honest, not a lot of college teams are playing that type of an offense where you've got a big that's facilitating, operating out of the DHO. So in what he's shown, I mean, I'm a huge fan of Domas. I do think that what I've seen from Max is that he has a more complete offensive arsenal. He has so many different things that he can do offensively that just Domas is much more of a physical presence inside. Max has a lot more of the touch shots. You see some actual hook shots coming out of him last night. Our broadcast partners on the other side, Eric Collins and Del Curry, he missed the shot, but he had, like a full hook shot. And they're 15 feet away from us. And through our headsets, I could hear their reaction to him taking that shot, even though he missed it. So things like that, it's pretty cool to see other broadcasters talk to us about Max and how impressed they are and what they love about him and react to what he's showing because they don't get to see him every game.
Time, just a quick follow-up, and you unwittingly and fortunately kind of led exactly into my follow-up question, which is let's take Domas out of the equation because we've been looking at not just Reynaud but also the emergence, thankfully, of Dylan Cardwell this year. And for the longest time, we've talked about, Sabonis is great, but we need a rim protector. We need somebody down there. If you extrapolate Cardwell's minutes, and I know this doesn't always work out, but the guy averages 2.5 blocks and 13.5 boards per 36 minutes. And again, I know that's not always the case. In your mind, can Max Reynaud and Dylan Cardwell share the floor together and have the team be successful? Or do they eat up too much of each other, I guess is my question.
I think they certainly can share the floor. I think that Dylan right now is working on – it's crazy. His mentality is so unusual for most basketball players. He has to break the habit of not thinking about scoring, right? He really is in there trying to be an energy guy, to get on the glass, to be a rim protector. But he is in a lot of situations where I'm like, oh, my gosh, you didn't even look at the basket. Like, you're right there. You're within 4 feet of it. And breaking that mentality for him of like, I do need to look to be more of a scoring threat. And I'm not saying like he's going to, average 10 and 10 or anything like that. But I think that he's certainly capable of it because of the way he offensive rebounds. Look at what Precious Achiuwa is doing. They don't run a single play for Precious Achiuwa. And his play since the All-Star break has been extraordinary. And a lot of that is, he came to the team late. He came in November, missed training camp. Guys were healthy more towards that end. His playing time was a little bit up and down. He wasn't familiar with his teammates, the system, all that stuff. But as the season's gone on, we've gotten a really clear look at what he's capable of, being a guy that you don't have to run a play for. He gets most of his points off of coming from that dunker spot and being, the big pass, or the pass from the guard coming off the high pick and roll action. And he gets it off of offensive rebounds. And he's one of the most versatile defenders that the Kings have on their roster. I would say alongside, at this point, probably alongside Keegan, but also Max has shown his versatility of being able to switch 1 through 5 while he's on the floor and really do a good job of keeping guards in front of him, contesting shots, not letting them get downhill. He's not foul prone as a big. That's one thing for Dylan that he has to work on and it's totally normal. You look back to Domantas Sabonis's, first couple years in the league, he was incredibly foul prone. It's just about adjusting to the NBA, the speed of it, the physicality. And so, you look at between Dylan, Precious, and Max, I think one of the biggest things we've gotten out of this season is an actual look at the play of the 4 and the 5 spot, right? And that you have some legitimate guys that work well together, developing a chemistry, and are skilled in their roles.
Well, that's Katie Christensen on her way to Orlando. We appreciate her coming on this morning. I'll part with this. If, in fact, Precious returns and he and Cardwell share the floor together, Precious and Dylan, will we call that the delicious lineup?
Wow.
Thank you.
Oh my gosh, you've been waiting for that one, haven't you?
Really have. Katie set it up for you, and you spiked it for me. That's Katie Christensen. Sacramento Kings. Have a safe flight. Thank you, dear. We'll talk to you soon.
All right. Bye-bye.
Thank you.
Bye-bye. That's Katie Christensen. We're way late.
Bye-bye.
Delicious, Katie. Delicious. Delicious. Precious and Dylan and Precious. Delicious.
Dylan.
When we come back, who's hot, other than my ability to rhyme? Who's not? And we'll recap 3 in the Key next.
Visit SactownSports.com and join the Sactown Sports 1140 newsletter.
It's tax time, y'all. If you want to file free, this next one's for you.
Now taxes is so free. Tax-free edition only. Roughly 37% of filers qualify. Simple form 1040 returns only. How this is taxes.
Love that jam. Up next, commercials.
Intuit TurboTax Free Edition. See if you qualify at TurboTax.com/free. No schedules except for Earned Income Tax Credit, Child Tax Credit, Student Loan Interest, and Schedule 1A.
Confidence is knowing you're ready to handle whatever comes your way. That's what it feels like to take on your workday with Cintas. They make sure your AEDs are up to date, your fire extinguishers are tested and inspected, your floor mats are cleaned and delivered, and your workwear looks good, feels good, and is freshly laundered with the Cintas Apparel Plus program. So are you ready to take on today? Visit Cintas.com and get ready for the workday.
Ready to free your team from time-consuming office tasks? Amazon Business empowers leaders with smart business buying tools, leaving time to focus on strategy and growth. Free up your teams and focus on your future at AmazonBusiness.com.
Jackson Hewitt will do your taxes for $149 or less, no matter how complicated. So if you're a delivery driver, /handyman, /wedding DJ, you pay only $149 or less. We're talking to you, waitress.
Check, please.
/pet sitter, /influencer. Just $149 or less. Want your refund to work as hard as you? Hurry. Don't wait. File with Jackson Hewitt today. Limited time offer for new clients on federal returns. Participating locations only. Terms at jacksonhewitt.com/149.
Get 5 quarts of Syntec Full Synthetic and a MicroGuard Select Oil Filter for just $32.99 now at O'Reilly Auto Parts. Limit supply.
O'Reilly Auto Parts.
What's hot?
Yeah, hot. Real hot. And what's not?
It's not good. Brought to you by American Energy Heating and Air, Sacramento's complete heating and cooling company, and second opinion partner.
I said, who is hot?
That would be the Charlotte Hornets.
Oh, right.
We made them hot.
Why?
Yeah, we did make them hot. They beat the Kings last night. I don't know if you're aware of this, Dave. And they beat them. I'm sorry. Oh, man, my papers are all over this.
You know what? In 3, 2, 1, go.
The Charlotte Hornets beat the Sacramento Kings 134-90. And they also made a franchise record 26 threes in the game. How many times have the Kings given up record 3-point makes to a team?
Multiple.
4. Hey, it's just think at some point pretty soon we're going to get the McRib back, guys. That should make everyone feel better. No?
The Shamrock Shake is better.
That was my wife's go-to shake when she was pregnant with Avery, was the Shamrock Shake. I don't know why I said that. Who's not?
Real Madrid's medical staff. I don't know if you've seen this story.
I have seen this. This is, oh my goodness.
World-renowned soccer star Killian Mbappe was complaining of a knee injury. Real Madrid's medical staff took an MRI, said, hey, nothing wrong here. Go ahead. After still hurting in that knee, he had a second opinion. Turns out he had a partial tear in his PCL, which has now sidelined him. Not only that, someone that was part of that medical staff, Istiar Gonzalez, after the story came out, she says that the staff uses the free version of ChatGPT to figure out what supplements to give to the players.
They scanned the wrong knee and went, you're fine. Go on out there to a top 3 player in the world. Imagine if that happened to, imagine we heard that about Jokic, Shea Gilgeous. Just, I don't know, man. That's goofy.
If you heard that about Patrick Mahomes.
Yeah, right. You're fine, Patrick. No structural damage whatsoever.
Get out there and play.
Yeah, get out there and play. What a bunch of, you know what? What a bunch of dingleberries.
Got him.
Yeah, got him. All right, 3 in the key last night. Charlotte Kings. Here's the last night. Sacramento Kings played the Charlotte Hornets. Oh, it was not fun. The Kings got their butts kicked. They lost by almost 50 points, and now my song's done. I didn't have anything, guys. I was just trying to fly on the.
I think that was one of your better efforts.
I know you cobbled that together pretty well.
You know what my backup was, but I decided not to sing it because I had thought about it in advance and I have my own rules. It would have been, actually, can you re-rack this real quick? I'm just going to give this because I think Jason will appreciate this.
Let's see.
But this doesn't count. It's like a mulligan. Last night, Sacramento Kings went to Charlotte with DeMar DeRozan. I want to shout out Jason Ross for his favorite school in the world, the USC Trojans. See, that I didn't mean that. That was it. But what I was saying is like that's what was in my head, and I didn't do it. I didn't.
Did you say ow?
Well, I ducked as well. So Jason threw a water bottle at me. See, Jason, that's how much I love you. That's what was in my head, and I didn't sing it because I knew it would be offensive.
Offensive. And I did take offense.
Wow. I said no because I didn't say no offense, huh?
Right.
All right. Back to you.
Okay. Well, let's look at how we did in our predictions for yesterday. We asked about Maxime Reynaud and his point total. Let's see, Dave, you said he'd score 22. I said he'd score 26. Chris said he would score 19. Max Reynaud scored 16 points. Chris was the closest.
Whatever.
Then we asked for made three-pointers by the Kings. We all know that Charlotte made all of them in the world, 26 of them. Kings, Dave, you said would make 11. I said they'd make 10. Chris said they'd make 9. We do have a correct answer. Chris got it right. They made 9.
Ooh, I'm Chris. I've got 2 in a row. I like wrestling. I'm a communist.
Wow.
Back to you.
Socialist.
Where did that person come in from?
Oh, hold on.
I'm a socialist. Nah.
As I wear the red and yellow shirt. Back to you.
Dave, you said on your random stat that Miles Bridges would get a technical foul. That did not happen.
Wow.
I said the Kings would lose a double-digit lead and lose the game. Well, they were up 2-0, but that's not double digits. And then,
Jason,
yeah?
Can I say that in Roman numerals, each numeral being a digit, the 1 and the 1 or the I and the I next to each other, that is in fact double digits. Also, it was a 2-point lead and they scored 2-0, which is 2, which is double. I want to give you half point.
Okay, aye. Yeah.
Aye.
Yeah, I'll take it. Chris said a half-court shot would be made by a player or a fan. I don't believe that happened.
Fan won a car last night.
They won a car?
Uh-huh.
What happened?
Describe it.
It went up and then it went in.
Oh, okay. Well, then you're right. And then we also had the text fan response. Remember, Dave, yesterday you said Killian Hayes from a fan would get a double-double. He did not play.
Okay.
Yeah.
And not even a fan one.
Hey, we got a break. Can I make a suggestion? You know how we have like Keegan Murray and the Malik Monk thing, and I think we actually have this for somebody else. But would you guys be okay with every time he scored, Jimi Hendrix comes on and we go, Killian Hayes, all in my brain. Killian Hayes is so insane. Killian Hayes, eat lots of grains. Excuse me while I kiss that guy. No? Okay.
So play that song like we do for Kings Rewind every time?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I mean, I know it's kind of used, but...
Shout out to Whitey Gleason, who's the one that came up with that.
Yeah, just saying. I'm a fan. I'm a fan.
Now I'm a fan.
Now I'm a fan. A fan. Oh, can't say Fanny. Well, I guess I can. We're not in England. We'll take
Little Orphan.
Little Orphan Fanny. That's a movie, bro. Not that kind of movie. We'll take a break when we return. Hey, final hour of the program. I'm excited. Matt and Kayla, celebrity birthdays coming up to finish out the program. What's on deck, including the first baseball game of the year. Now, normally we would have Katie Christensen. We would have had her at 9, but as you heard, she had to go fly away. She was leaving on a jet plane. So we're going to take Kings post-game reaction, what we had there. We're going to move that to 9. We'll hear from Doug Christie and go over a little bit of the game. But to lead off, Jason, I want to do this. The clip I sent Christopher Laud that I think everybody will enjoy. It actually kind of, I'll just say this. I watched it this morning very early. It just blew me away. Okay. I love talented people, and I know you love this person as well.
Too. Yeah, plus we have to do our debut of streaking.
Oh my gosh, that's right. It's been a clean winter, but the streaks are back. We'll get to it next.
Download the Sactown Sports app.
Sacramento sports in your pocket. This is Sactown Sports 1140.
This is the story of the one. As a safety manager at a manufacturing plant, he does everything he can to keep his coworkers safe. From finding ways to reduce risks to keeping safety supplies in stock. And for that, he relies on Grainger. Grainger offers a broad range of quality products and next-day delivery, so he can always play it safe. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
T-Mobile has an exclusive bundle for customers 55 and up.
I'm Sarah Bowl.
Yeah, I'm Frank Bowl.
A reliable network is key for us. And with T-Mobile, it's been wonderful. And going to the 55 plus plan saved us so much money.
A lot.
And that's important. Trying to keep costs down. The home internet's been perfect. It's fast, it's quick. The setup was so easy, it took less than 15 minutes.
It was like, ta-da! If you want simplicity, coverage, reliability, you want the whole package, T-Mobile has it.
Right now, T-Mobile customers 55 and up can get 2 phone lines on America's best network, plus America's fastest 5G home internet for just $30 each.
$30 per month each line with autopay plus taxes and fees. Minimum age 55. Pricing for home internet rely on 2 lines of Essentials Choice 55. $35 connection charge per line required. Best mobile network and fastest 5G home internet based on analysis by Ookla of Speed Test Intelligence data 2H 2025. All rights reserved.
What's up? We're talking to Chad Hoblet of Hoblet Dodge, Chrysler, Jeep, Ram, and Woodland. Chad, what's going on for the Declaration of Deals sales events?
We're pledging our allegiance to deals and savings. Right now, you can save up to $15,000 off MSRP on new 2026 Ram 1500 Crew Cabs, or save thousands of finance charges with 0% financing for 60 months and up to $9,000 Hoblet discount.
Wow, 0% and up to $9,000. That's pretty amazing.
We're here to help you save on your next new truck. Plus, with over 400 new Rams available, your perfect Ram is waiting. And if you didn't hear, the iconic 5.7-liter Hemi is back. We have over 60 available with 40 in stock.
Search, select, and save through their whole inventory at HobletDodge.com. Nobody beats Hoblet, period.
15,000 total net savings on select new 2026 Ram 1500 Laramie after $57.94 factory rebates, $82.06 Hoblet discount, and $1,000 Hoblet business owner bonus with proof of business ownership. Rebates include $500 military or first responder bonus cash for eligible members. 5 at this net savings, 0% for 60 months. Must finance through SFS for well-qualified buyers in lieu of all rebates. $16.67 per thousand borrowed. See dealer for details.
It's weird when you get a stalker. I'll never forget, I met her. She was outside, and she's a stalker, so, not hot. That's just what you picture when you picture a stalker. If they were hot, they wouldn't be a stalker. They'd be my girlfriend.
From Saturday Night Live, his Netflix specials, and Peacock's Bupkis, Pete Davidson, live, Friday, April 10th, the venue at Thunder Valley. Get tickets now at ThunderValleyResort.com. Pete Davidson, live.
KHD HD1 Sacramento, KYMX HD3 Sacramento. From the Power Business Technology Toshiba Studios.
This is Sactown Sports 1140. The Carmichael Dave Show.
He's on the microphone when he's not on the microphone. He's playing a song, and when he's not playing a song, he's on the microphone, and then boom!
With Jason Ross.
No, he didn't. Yes, he did.
Call or text at 916-339-1140.
It's the Carmichael Dave Show with Jason Ross on Sactown Sports.
Yeah. All right.
Tom in the chat says, has Dave mentioned my golf dream trick shot yet? I didn't see your golf dream trick shot yet, dude. So bring it back. I'll mention it if it's good. Jason, did you ever play, or are you familiar with the video game NBA Jam?
He's heating up.
Okay. Chris, you?
Of course.
He's on fire.
It's an interesting thought.
Boom shakalaka.
Some guy came up with his top 5. Well, he did top 12, but I'm just going to say top 5 because I don't want to spend too much time on this. Best NBA Jam combos from college basketball. And what this would be is what duo, and occasionally somebody off the bench, would be the best NBA Jam combo from the same college. At number 5, Wilt Chamberlain, Paul Pierce. Number 4, that's Kansas. Number 4, Georgetown, Allen Iverson, Patrick Ewing. Number 3, Wake Forest, Chris Paul, Tim Duncan. Number 2, from North Carolina, Michael Jordan and Vince Carter. And his number 1 college basketball NBA Jam combo from LSU, Shaquille O'Neal and Pete Maravich, with Chris Jackson coming off the bench. Jason, honorable mentions, Kareem and Bill Walton from UCLA. Derrick Rose and Penny Hardaway from Memphis. Hakeem and Clyde Drexler is sneaky at number 8. Glenn Rice and Chris Webber from Michigan at number 9. Magic Johnson and Draymond Green from Michigan State. Okay. Kyrie and Grant Hill or Zion from Duke. Kyrie and Zion would actually be pretty insane.
I think that's the best I've heard so far.
It might be. Also, this one's sneaky to me too. Number 12, he has him ranked out of Georgia. I know I just said I wouldn't rate them all. Dominique Wilkins and Anthony Edwards. That's
terrible lineups.
I actually really like the idea.
As an NBA Jam aficionado, you need 3-point shooting.
And I understand that's where you get Shaquille O'Neal, who's amazing at NBA Jam, and then Pete Maravich. I can see the reasoning. I just don't know if that would be number 1. Anyway, before we get to Doug Christie and the Sacramento Kings postgame, I sent Chris this clip earlier with the NCAA March Madness returning tomorrow. I saw somebody dig out of the archives and post this clip. I don't want to set it up because the audio will give it away itself, but roll what I sent you earlier, Chris, if you would.
Both running backs now split in the backfield. Nair straight back in the pocket, has good time, pumps. Now he's on the run to the right side. Nair now throwing on the run. And
that's Kevin Harlan you're listening to. He's the voice of the Promontory Cadets on WGBP-FM, the school radio station. Now, the station doesn't have a big range, but Kevin's getting invaluable experience.
Last year, they were looking for a play-by-play man for the football team. And I was a junior last year, and what they did was they showed a film on the wall. And we talked into a tape recorder and things like that, and I was selected out of 20 people, and I've just kind of held on to the job ever since.
And Kevin does a darn good job. He's well prepared, accurate, and descriptive.
About 10 yards on the line of scrimmage. The running backs are split in the backfield. Dave Nair on first down and 10 yards to go. Second man through. This will be Dennis Gillis pulling his way past the 25.
He spends a lot of his time listening to and studying other sportscasters as he tries to develop his own style.
And, I believe they're going to... I've sat up in the NBC booth many times, and I've watched Jay Randolph and Tim Ryan when the Cleveland people were in for the preseason game. And I've picked up many pointers, and how they carry themselves through the broadcast, how they won't get upset if something technically would go wrong or something like that. And I think it's been a great experience, the fact that I've been up there and been able to watch these professionals work, and hopefully I can pick up a few things that will help me.
Running back split in the backfield, wide left. Will be Schumacher. A handoff now, fumbled by Nair. He's going to pick it up and run up the middle. Touchdown, Promontory.
Next year, it's on to college. Wisconsin, probably. And then, if things go right, he'd like to get into sportscasting full-time.
A handoff this time to Bill Harrington. Around the 40.
And hopefully I can hitch on with a good sports station once I graduate from college. And this field, as you know, is very hard to break. And I'll just be kind of playing it right on the edge of my seat because I don't know what, really can't predict where I'm going to go after college.
Would you like my job?
I sure would.
How cool is that?
That's amazing.
Okay,
like you hear some of the tone, like it doesn't sound like him. Obviously, a much younger version, but you hear some of the rhythm of how he does his play-by-play.
I think there's some things that are so important there. Number one, he was in high school,
right?
And he looked and sounded like he was 40. That to me is number one. Number two, yes, you did hear. I'm with you. You heard a little bit of Harlan in there, but Jason, maybe it's different for you. You could have played just the early part, the open where it just played his play-by-play, and with no context. Like if you and Chris had played that for me and said, "What play-by-play voice is that?" I don't know. I would not have been able to tell you it was Chris Harlan,
right,
or Kevin Harlan. Yeah. No chance. And then third, just to kind of fast forward for y'all, Kevin Harlan did actually end up attending the University of Kansas. And then right out of college at 22, he did, in fact, get a TV radio job for the Kansas City Kings. What a career, man. Do you? One of these days we'll have to have the conversation. Like I hope this is the case because let's see. Kevin Harlan now is. Let me look. I got it right here. Kevin Harlan's 65. Wow, he got. Well, we're all getting old. I hope that we're maybe in 15 years, say when he retires. I don't know. We're gonna do this like look back. And it's interesting how we rank athletes. Like,
right.
Ranking Kevin Harlan. He's going to end up being up there with the all-time great voices.
Yeah, and he's done, I forget now how many Super Bowls he's done. Obviously, it's all the people that watch it, but he does it on Westwood One on radio all the time. He's done a ton of those, done the tournament, done playoffs, NFL games. Yeah, he's great. He's one of the greats. I used to remember way back when doing Kings broadcasts in the 90s, let's say, and he was the voice of the Minnesota Timberwolves. He was always the guy you wanted to hear and cut his highlights because he was so much fun.
And he's one of those. I don't have the proper term yet for it, but you'll know what I mean. He's one of those gravitas announcers where it was like when you heard Summerall and Madden, when you hear Al Michaels, when you hear Kevin Harlan. Well, hell, I mean Mike Tirico now, really, but over the years. There's that handful of announcers, and I don't think that group is that big, of gravitas announcers where as soon as you heard the voice, it underlined the importance of the event.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I don't know if that makes sense or not. Like you knew if they were on now it feels big. Like when Summerall and Madden came on for Sunday football, I was like, here we go. This is NFL football. Boom. That Marv Albert would be another one. You hear Marv Albert come on and it's like, yep, that's the deal. And I think there's a lot of great announcers out there, but I don't know that there's a lot that qualify, that elevates the event instantly just by the tone of their voice, not even the teams themselves, if you will.
Yeah, for sure. No, I mean, and he's one of them, and that's really cool for him to even have that clip, or that it's out there. That's cool.
The guy who talked about the golf dream earlier, he said, I had a golf dream about you, Dave. You had a pint glass and a wedge. Pint glass was 2 yards in front of you. Concrete floor sloped away from you. You said, watch this. 3 ways. One right in, one bounced over the cup, one bounced off the wall and back in. I can tell you for a fact, that is 100% a dream, because I think Jason would be the first to tell you I'd be more likely to smash through the glass with my short
ceiling.
game. Yeah, exactly. It was not a glass ceiling. It was a reinforced metal ceiling last night for the Sacramento Kings against the Charlotte Hornets. And you got a little bit of audio for us, Jason.
I do. First, though, Dave, he's been waiting patiently. Would you like to say hello this morning to JR?
Well, I think I would. Let's find out. Good morning, JR. You're on with Jason, Chris, and me.
Kiss the sky. Now you got that song in my friggin' head.
Thank you.
Thank you. Hey, so with Kevin there, he was almost like a 30s announcer. Like, he takes the ball, see, goes to the end zone, see, and they're in the split back, see. If you play that and you threw that in there, he's the best, too. The CDW Red Zone with the black cat is one of my favorite calls he ever has. You guys remember that one?
I liked when he described the guy, the streaker, and he's going to spend the night in the clink.
He's probably Kevin Harlan is probably the best off the cuff announcer. I would say this off the cuff, he might be the best announcer of all time.
Yes. He just adapts to what he's seen. I mean, the cat thing was like, he's at the 5, and then all of a sudden CEW gets a free press with, he's in the red zone. Oh, man, he gets it. He gets us.
Yes, he does.
How about that Knipple last night, though? They have some good players, I'll tell you. Knipple really, he's able to milk that three-pointy line.
Yep.
He's able to, he's very succulent up there. And
okay.
Thank you. You just, as soon as he said it.
Yeah.
As soon as he said it. And, we already know where he was going. Knipple is very hard to guard. I know where he's going.
Yep.
Well, I'm glad we took that call, Jason.
Me too.
Kings post-game last night, please.
All right, let's hear a little bit from Doug Christie about multiple things, but first about how really Charlotte had it their way inside and outside.
You know, many times when we read, you got to read up. So you got to take one thing away from them. You can't give both of them to them. And in the first half, we gave both of them to them. They were shooting the threes and they got points in the paint. In the second half, took away some of the points in the paint. They come out and hit 9 3-pointers in the third. So you know that they're going to launch them. Will they hit them every night? No, but you have to have some resistance against them. And tonight, it wasn't there. They shot the ball at an extremely high clip, and they got up 55 of them.
55 3-point attempts. My goodness. I mean, they made 26, a good volume, but that's crazy. And that's the other thing. Look, David, we're looking at year to year getting better for the Kings. There's a lot of things, health, defense, so much, but they have to become such a better shooting team. They get killed in that stat every night, and in the present-day NBA, you got to shoot a lot of threes and make a lot, and the Kings do neither of those.
Yeah, I mean, look, I'm not trying to kick them when they're down. They're just not – they're not really good at anything.
Right.
I mean, that's the problem. True. And that's obviously a big – I think a lot of it too, though, let's remember, and this isn't me trying to use the injury excuse, but I don't think it's an excuse to say when you have Zach LaVine out, when you have Keegan Murray out, when you have Malik Monk on the bench, in and out, and sometimes not playing at all, that is a lot of 3-point shooting.
For sure.
Missing.
Yeah.
So, it's just a weird year, man.
Yeah, and Doug would add a little bit more on something that we've been talking about for a while this season is the gaps of time where it's not there, the lulls in the game, and DC addressed that post-game.
You know, for our group, it's kind of been like that all year. It's been a 60-second, a 90-second, 2-minute stint where, we allow our offense to dictate how we're playing on defense. If we think that we got fouled, we stop talking to the ref. They get in transition, hit a three. We come back and let that energy leak into not getting set. Because when we get set up, when I call a timeout, we run an ATO, they execute at a really, really high level. And when we do get set up and organized, normally we get ourselves a good shot. And good shots have a better chance of going in than rushed or contested shots.
Yeah, lulls. And this one wasn't really about a lull. I mean, this was a beatdown last night.
It really was. And again, for those who weren't with us earlier, that poll we took earlier, which I understand doesn't represent all of the fan base, but that were upset at them winning, well, here you go. And I can't get upset with them at all. They played 8 players. And when you look at, and for real, no disrespect here, they played a second-round pick, an aging veteran, a guy that's normally on the bench or not playing at all, Malik Monk. I'm talking about DeMar DeRozan before him. Devin Carter, who couldn't get on the floor for much of the year. Patrick Baldwin Jr., who was on a couch 2 months ago. Doug McDermott, who, look, stud 3-point shooter, but probably more games behind him than ahead of him. A non-drafted signee in Dylan Cardwell, and a guy that's been a G League player much of his career. Now, I don't mean any disrespect to any of those guys. I'm just simply stating the truth of who they played last night. Now, there's a lot more context to that, but we're not rolling out, Anthony Edwards and, Michael Jordan here. On top of that, look at the minutes played, 36, 30, 30, 30, 34. Like, everyone's playing a ton of minutes on a team that likes to go up and down the floor. Yeah, they got blown off the floor, but also they're bringing knives to a gunfight, and I'm not mad at them for that.
Yeah, and it's a difficult spot playing a team too that's been playing really well on the road, starting a road trip. The other thing from Doug that we have post game is what he did see in the game, which was a career high 14 assists for Monk. Reno had another solid game, and DC talked about those two.
Well, the very first play of the game was them in the pocket. He dropped it right to him in the pocket. And normally, we hold on to the rope, make the game a bit closer. Now Malik's gravity coming off of those screens in the presence of the pocket ultimately will open up Malik's game, because when he drops that ball to him, they're going to have to make a decision, because Max hits that shot at such a high clip that now all of a sudden Malik comes off, he's open, he knocks down a shot, and then the game just opens up for everybody.
Yeah, Malik wasn't able to hit the shots he normally does, but he did dish out 14 assists. But all those numbers at this point, Dave, when you lose by 44, just kind of don't really seem to matter.
It's really kind of fascinating about Malik Monk, and I know that I know it's one game, but it's not the first time we've seen Malik Monk in double-digit assists. And so the natural thought there is, not that assists are every single thing, but gosh, could Malik be a point guard? Could he be a distributing point guard? Could he be a backup and one that has scoring punch? I mean, obviously Malik Monk is an incredibly talented scorer, but I don't think it's just the 14 assists we need to look at. I think it's a little bit more amazing than that, considering that, unfortunately Malik was a part of this with going 3 of 13, but the Sacramento Kings shot 41%. And when you look at a statistic like assists, in which Malik Monk had 14 of their 27 assists, that's more than half of the entire team. He had 14 assists. How many times did he get the ball to somebody and they just clanked it at 41% team shooting? So that 14%, his assist numbers are controlled by he needs help from the other guy. So does that show you that Malik Monk can be a distributing point guard? I absolutely believe Malik Monk can be a distributing point guard that averages 8+ assists in this league. I believe that. I truly do. I think what prevents him from doing that, and I don't know how you fix this, is when does he make the decision to dish as opposed to what he runs on, which is confidence and shot making? When does he make the difference? When does he make the decision that him passing the ball is a better chance for this team to score than him shooting the ball? And I don't know that that's the decision he can be comfortable making over 82.
Yeah, and I wonder if, honestly, I don't know the answer to this either. Kind of the same question you're asking in a way is, like, the net win of having something like 14 assists is great for your point guard. But what if Malik, if that was to get him 3 for 13 and 7 points, versus him having 26 off the bench but hitting 7 threes and 4 assists. Like, I don't know what's the better game for him / the team. I honestly don't know the answer to that.
I don't either. I mean, I know that I tend to go towards defense, but I would also say when you look at the league leaders in assists, I try to find things in numbers, Jason, and sometimes there's no. The toughest part about numbers is just separating the noise from everything else. The league leader in assists is Nikola Jokic at 10.7, which, by the way, having just another ridiculous year. He's averaging a triple-double, and it's just stupid. Cade Cunningham is second. That's Detroit. Luka Doncic is third. That's the Lakers. Jalen Johnson is fourth. That's Atlanta. James Harden now with Cleveland. You have to go all the way down to Andrew Nembhard, weirdly enough, who is sixth in the league in assists, and they're the worst team in the NBA. Isaiah Collier is seventh. That's Utah. So I can't find anything out of that necessarily if having the best distributor more often than not equates to having a better team. But for example, I was looking yesterday and trying to make a point. I was in the Darius Acuff conversation when I was looking at defense, and I know there's a ton of different metrics for defense, and this is almost akin to using wins in pitching, but I think it's important. When you look at the leaders, Jason, in opposition points per game in the NBA, Boston is number 1. OKC is number 2. Detroit is number 3. The Rockets are 4. The Knicks are 5. The Suns are 6. The Spurs are 7. The Hornets are 8. The Raptors are 9. The Clippers are 10. The Timberwolves are 11. I'm doing this for a reason. The Magic are 12. You have to go all the way down to the Golden State Warriors at, I believe, 13th, to find a team under 500 on this list. By the way, the next two are the Lakers and the Cavs, who are 46 and 26 and 45 and 27, respectively. That tells me without a doubt, I'd rather have a team limiting another team's points than the points per game leaders.
Yeah.
See if you see a difference here, Jason. Number 1 is Denver. Number 2 is Miami. Then you have the Spurs, the Cavs, the Thunder, the Timberwolves, the Hawks, the Jazz. Like, you start getting the Bulls. If you totaled up the records of the top 12 defensive point per game leaders as opposed to offensive points per game leaders, it's staggeringly different. And I think, again, going back to the A-Cuff conversation, going back to what you just talked about and Doug did, I think it's a different NBA and what people are looking for now out of their players.
Yeah, and then kind of just to add on to, you took the highest or the best defensive teams and the best offensive teams. How about the worst defensive teams? Well, it's Utah 30th. They're near the bottom of the league. Washington 29th, Sacramento 28th, Indiana 27th, Chicago. Like, these are all teams that are lottery bound. So, yeah, I think your point is valid there.
Can I also say, by the way, to your point, exactly that. Let's look at the worst scoring teams in the league. Now, it's certainly, to start, look at your top four. Your top four worst scoring teams in the league: Brooklyn, Sacramento, Milwaukee, Indiana.
Yep.
And Washington, by the way, that's your bottom four. Washington is 6th. So your worst teams in the league make up that group for the most part entirely. But then it gets interesting. The Suns are the 5th worst scoring team in the NBA. The Clippers are the 7th worst. The Celtics, 8. Rockets, 9. So I think it's easier to mix in a good team that may lack scoring if their defense makes up for it, as opposed to a team that lacks defense, but their offense makes up for it. That's just what the Paul Westhead days are dead.
Right. Right.
You know, we're not there anymore. Yeah. It will come back. You're 100% right. It's a league of trends. We will take a break. When we come back, we'll clean up a lot of things we got to clean up from the show. What's on deck? Brought to you by Trex Decking and Railing, including opening day. And we got a lot of NBA going on before we get to Crosstalk with Matt and Kayla and celebrity birthdays. Coming up right after this.
On the move? Got somewhere to be?
Take Sacramento Kings basketball with you. The Sactown Sports app will let you stay connected to your passion. Never miss a moment of Sacramento Kings basketball with the Sactown Sports app.
When you take the time to shop at Folsom Lake Honda, there's one thing you'll always find: happy people ready to serve you. As a family-owned and operated dealership since 2009, customer service is our #1 priority. Our customers love doing business with us, and you will too.
Looking to own or lease? During the spring sales event, drive a brand new Accord or Civic. Visit us today at FolsomLakeHonda.com, your one-stop Honda shop.
Folsom Lake Honda, yeah, your one-stop Honda shop.
Contractors, remodelers, you now have a great supplier to assist you with your next project. Anova Cabinet and Stone in Sacramento. They are Northern California's best kitchen and bathroom remodeling supply store. Anova has the latest cabinet styles, a great selection of countertops, flooring, bathroom fixtures, and more. Visit their website, InnovaCabinetStone.com. Take advantage of their grand opening special, a $750 in-store credit. Stop by today, Innova Cabinet and Stone in Sacramento.
Guys, did you know your testosterone affects everything in your system, including how you feel and perform every day? Right now, Revive Men's Health Sacramento will check your testosterone for free. Knowing your T levels is the first step in understanding if you have low T. Your testosterone level impacts your energy, libido, sleep, weight, hair loss, mood, and even ED. Maintaining an appropriate T level can change your whole life. Most men start to see changes in their hormone levels in their 30s. Experience and results matter. So what are you waiting for? Get your T levels checked today by local, experienced, and trusted men's health experts. They've helped thousands of men since 2011. They're so confident they can help you, they even guarantee it. Call Revive today and schedule your free testosterone test, free exam, and free consultation. Call Revive Men's Health at 916-277-8599. That's 916-277-8599. Or visit ReviveMen'sHealth.com.
Golf to Go is brought to you by the Hagen Oaks Golf Super Shop. Here's Frank LaRosa.
If you struggle with alignment off the tee, Golf.com's Zephyr Melton has a fix. If you aren't aimed where you think you are, you're putting yourself in a poor position before you even swing the club. Sometimes your brain will play tricks on you and make you feel like you're aimed one way, when in reality you are aligned in a totally different spot. There are only two areas where you get to place your ball before you hit a shot: the green and the tee box. On the green, you always line up your ball when you place it down, so why not do the same thing on the tee box? Try pointing the logo or your Sharpie line down the target line. If you want to get your ball lined up even more precisely, try choosing an intermediate target in between your ball and the distant target, maybe a discoloration in the grass or divot, and then use that as an intermediate target. With that spot picked out, line your ball up pointing right at it. So long as you orient the ball correctly when you place it, you can swing away knowing you're aimed at your target. That's your Golf to Go. I'm Frank LaRosa.
Country in the Park is back. May 8th and 9th at Cal Expo. Miranda Lambert. John Party. Chris Young. Turnpike Troubadours. Dylan Scott and more. Line dancing live DJs, Mechanical Bulls, huge festival area, and food trucks. Tickets start at only $68. Country in the Park. May 8th and 9th at Cal Expo with the California Highway Patrol, Fox Family Heating and Air, and Tecovas. More info at CITPFest.com.
If your business depends on reliable vehicles, it's time to upgrade your fleet at myelkgrovechevrolet.com. We specialize in fleet pricing, bulk discounts, and fast approvals, so your team stays on the road and on the job. From work trucks and vans to fuel-efficient sedans and SUVs, we have the inventory, service, and financing to keep your business moving. Call or visit myelkgrovechevrolet.com today and ask about exclusive fleet savings. myelkgrovechevrolet.com, driving business forward.
Ladies and gentlemen,
This is going to be fun. It's time for What's on Deck. Brought to you by Trex Decking and Railing.
Now, they got a new movie coming out, Chris. You know everything about movies. Just saw this during the break. They got a new movie coming out, I guess, loosely based on the old Faces of Death videos. Do you remember those?
Ugh.
Yeah, I heard about that.
Now, it's about a woman who moderates a YouTube-like platform responsible for filtering out content that's offensive or violent. She comes across a group on the website that appears to be reenacting the killings from the original film. I don't know if this I think is a generational thing, but God, when I was like 12, one of my buddies had an old grainy copy of this and insisted we'd all go over to his house. And all I remember, and I'm sure it had to be towards the beginning, it was like real deaths. And I remember, I think one of the first things was they had like these monkeys or baboons at a table and their heads were poking out of a hole in the table and they were alive. And then you take a hammer and you hit them on top of the head and then they eat the brains. I got to the point where they were about to swing the hammer. I was like, dude, I'm out. I can't, like, I'm not trying to judge, but like, I don't understand how people could watch that. So this is one of those movies that would probably actually scare me and make me uncomfortable, but not in the way of entertainment, more in the way of like, no thanks.
Yeah.
So there's that. Also, what else did I have for you, Jason Ross? Because we got to get to what's on deck. Is this important or not? I don't know. Let me remember. Oh, yes, this is important. The Colorado Rockies were flying yesterday to Miami to take on the Marlins for their opening day, and the franchise posted. I don't know if this is good PR for them to do this. It's just kind of I don't know. It's kind of a look at me, Louie thing, but they posted their menu for the flight, Jason.
Oh, okay.
The starter, just right when you get on the plane, you can grab it. Chick-fil-A.
Nice.
Nugget, chicken sandwich, spicy chicken, grilled chicken, mac and cheese, salad with grilled chicken, brownies, and cookies. Here's your entrees. You can have a pan-seared ribeye steak with potato gratin, chicken Vesuvio, which is chicken and white wine, Vesuvio sauce, infused with herbs and lemon, served with potato wedges and green peas. Oven-baked orecchiette pasta with Alfredo sauce, paired with caramelized roast cauliflower and red bell peppers. A grilled bison burger, which is a grilled bison burger. Baby spinach salad with pork pancetta and blue cheese. And finally, a gluten-free beef tenderloin filet in a béarnaise sauce, served with roasted Yukon potato wedges and buttered broccoli florets. That's their airplane food.
It's eating good right there.
Lie flat seats on their charter flight. God, why could I not swing a bat better in this world?
Well, because you got the gift of throwing a spiral.
Thanks. Chris laughing. He's probably laughing. What's Sometimes I have to ask if that's on the air.
It definitely was not on the air.
Well, the funny thing is, on that case, you heard it, but I didn't.
Oh, you didn't?
Yeah, that was just for you.
Well, let's just. I mean,
I'll let you know on the break.
Okay.
I'm torn between "I Hope You Die," Chris, and really good memory, dude. That's a poll. Shout out Derek Lee. All right, here we go. What's on deck tonight, Jason? Of course, it's the Yankees at Giants. Logan Webb on the mound against Max Fried. You're excited?
Very much so. Let's go baseball.
If you're going to make a game like you do with the basketball games, Dave, how would you say that? Where you combine the team names?
The Yankins? The
Giants?
Giants? Shout out to the guy in 7th grade, though, that I had detention with once, and he saw me wearing a Giants hat, and he was an artist, and he drew the old Giants logo, which was a baseball with big Giants lettering across it, and he gave it to me. It was super nice. It was really cool. He colored it in and everything. We were in detention for like an hour, and then when I looked at it, it was spelled Gaints, and I didn't say anything. But
Go Gaines.
Go Gaines. Shout out, dude, wherever you are. I think his name is James Bradfield, if I remember correctly. That's not important. Here's the NBA schedule. The Lakers
and Pacers.
That's correct. The Thuntics.
Thunder Celtics.
That's correct. The Spizzlies.
Spurs Grizzlies.
That's correct. The Wizaz.
The what?
The Wizaz.
The Wizaz. Oh, Wizards Jazz.
That's correct.
Wizaz.
Wizaz. The Rocker Wolves.
Rockets and Timberwolves.
That's right. The Muggets. The Mavits.
Oh, Mavericks Nuggets.
Yeah, Muggets is hard. The Norriers. No. The Nettiers.
Oh, Nets at Warriors.
Yeah. The Buzzers. That's a great one.
Bulls and Blazers.
Close.
Bucks and Blazers.
I was going to say, I could have done the Buckers, but, you know.
The Buzzers.
And finally, this is the best one so far. This is the best one so far. I am so happy to present to you tonight's matchup featuring the Rappers.
Raptors Clippers.
That is correct.
This is the best one because I love dinosaurs.
No. This is the best one because I love Jay-Z. Like, that would be more appropriate. The Rappers.
The Rappers. That's good.
It sure is, Jason.
Hey, we got a streak, Dave.
I was just going to say before Chris interrupted, it's time for the debut. The one, the only. Ladies and gentlemen, everybody at home, don't do this in your cars. Definitely do it if you're at work. Take off every single piece of clothing for the first time. It's time to go streaking.
It's time to go streaking.
We're going streaking!
Who is the Nostradamus of MLB? Who can keep the streak going? It's time to go streaking.
What the hell are you doing?
We're streaking.
Well. As you know, I keep copious notes on our streaking and stats from a year ago.
Yeah.
Dave, you ended the season last year. Picking Hunter Goodman, and he did not get you a hit, so you were at 0. Chris ended the year picking, Jackson Holiday, and he didn't get a hit in the final day, so he's at 0. I had picked Kurtz, Judge, Bellinger, and Rooker, and I was on a 4-game streak going into this season. So I'm at 4. You guys are at 0.
How convenient.
Do we carry over?
Yeah.
Okay. All
Streaks
right.
carry over. So if someone right now in Major League Baseball is on like a 25-game hitting streak, they're still going.
Your opinion.
I could start at 0 if you'd like.
No.
I mean, I can't pick Judge or Bellinger tonight, though.
No, you can't, and you can't pick two other guys.
Well, but it's only one game.
Oh.
Giants, Yankees.
All right, ladies and gentlemen. Give me, to open the season, give me Rafael Devers of your San Francisco Giants.
Okay. To try to get to 5 already, I'm going to take new Giants. What?
Get to 5 already.
Take the new Giant, your leadoff hitter, Dave, Luis Arias.
No, screw him. But also, God, I didn't think about that. Do I have to bring Luis Arias back in the fold now that he's a Giant?
Yes.
I banned him.
Yeah. New year, new you, new swing, new intro.
Oh, no Yankees, huh? Yankee fan.
I had already taken 2, Chris.
I'll take Willie Adames.
Wow. I guess we're all Giants.
Did you just call him Willie a dumbass?
Yes.
Yes.
I feel like you kind of did. This said no disrespect before that.
I didn't know you guys were all Giants fans.
Well, apparently all 3 of us are.
Yeah.
Because I guess Judge and Bellinger are the only Yankees that can hit.
And Dave's doing that because the Dodgers aren't playing tonight.
That's true. I'm also doing it because Logan Webb is pitching. Respect for the local guy.
I mean,
JR says that Giants Yankees should be the Gankees, pronounced Jankies. And somebody's upset that I didn't go, they're probably right. The Warriors net should have been the Wets.
No, but the Warriors are hosting.
Oh, great point. You know what? Thank you, Chris.
If they're in Brooklyn.
The news.
Yeah, exactly. Hey, Mr. Helperton on the text line. Let's play a game of do the show. We'll go first, okay? Way to set me up.
No offense.
No, hey, no disrespect. Thank you for listening. We'll take a break. When we come back, is it already here, the final segment of the morning program, Jason?
It is. Look at us.
Remember we used to get off at 9 a.m.?
No.
Yeah. Wasn't that a lifetime? We'll be right back to finish the show. Matt and Kayla join us for Celebrity Birthdays and Crosstalk. You never know what's going to happen right after this.
The Sactown Sports 1140 newsletter right to your email. Get your latest on the Sacramento Kings, athletics, and Republic FC with the Sactown Sports 1140 newsletter. Visit SactownSports.com to join.
At Fisher Investments, we may seem like other money managers, but we're different.
What makes you so different than the rest of us?
We ensure clients receive unparalleled service at every step of the relationship.
Tell me more.
Our investment counselors focus on service over sales, prioritizing clients' needs.
How do you make money?
We don't sell any commission-based products. We have a simple management fee based on the value of our client's portfolio. So we do better when our clients do better.
What about client portfolios?
We get to know each client, their finances, family, health, lifestyle, and more, and then we tailor a portfolio based on their specific goals and needs.
Your clients really come first then, huh?
Yes, we make them a top priority. Our goal is helping them achieve a comfortable retirement.
Wow, maybe we are different.
At Fisher Investments, we're clearly different. Learn more at FisherInvestments.com.
Investing in securities involves the risk of loss.
A's fans, the 2026 season is coming fast, and single game tickets are on sale now. Be there for an exciting season packed with theme days, giveaways, and firework nights, including bobbleheads, jerseys, hats, and much more. And getting in is easier than ever. Tickets start at just $8 for select April and May games. From opening day to unforgettable summer nights, there's something for everyone at the ballpark. Get your tickets today at athletics.com/tickets and be part of the excitement this 2026 season.
Only one radio program captures the excitement of hunting and fishing as it happens. The award-winning California Sportsman with Sepp Hendrickson. Only California Sportsman takes you where the action is. Live on the water, live in the blind, and live with the top pros and experts in outdoor sports. California Sportsman with Fishing Hall of Famer Sepp Hendrickson is your premier destination for all things outdoors. Sepp's Saturday Morning Outdoors. Ultimate Bass and California Sportsman, 5 a.m. to 8 a.m. Saturdays on Sactown Sports 1140.
What's going on? We're talking to Chad Hoblet, the Hoblet Dodge Chrysler Jeep Ram in Woodland. He's here to tell us what's going on for the Declaration of Deals sales event.
Come learn the art of savings with Hoblet when you save up to $13,500 off MSRP on new 2026 Ram 2500 and 3500s. Some are even available with 0% financing for 36 months. Plus, with the return of the iconic 5.7-liter Hemi with an all-new 10-year, 100,000-mile warranty, you'll find what you already know. This is the best Ram yet.
But do you have the Ram I'm looking for?
Yes, and if we don't, we'll order it for you. The reason we are consistently one of the top Ram dealers on the West Coast is our huge Ram inventory, with over 400 available, including those hard-to-find heavy duties.
Search, select, and save through their whole inventory at HobletDodge.com. Nobody beats Hoblet, period.
$13,500 net savings on select new 2026 Ram 2500 limited Longhorns after $1,500 factory rebates. Discounts include $1,000 Hoblet business owner bonus with proof of business ownership. Rebates include $500 on the job upfit, must show eligible upfit. Sample VIN 152135. 0% financing for 36 months, only available through SFS for well-qualified buyers in lieu of all rebates. $27.77 per thousand borrow. See dealer for details.
It's time for the news of the day.
The latest headlines, the biggest stories, hard-hitting analysis.
Yeah, this is none of those things.
And now,
here's Carmichael Dave and Jason Ross.
Hey now. Yeah. Hey now. Hey now. Hey now. Spotlight on Matt George. Good morning, Matt.
Hello, good morning.
Is
he on?
Hello? Hi.
Hello, is this thing on?
I am on.
Hi, Matt.
Why is there a spotlight on me? What did I do now?
Not because of your hair, Matt, for something else.
Huh? What's wrong with my hair?
You are obviously aware of the forthcoming search for Gollum.
Yes.
The Hunt for Gollum.
The Hunt
movie.
for Gollum. Yes, the movie. It's going to be great.
The Hunt for Red Gollum.
Uh-huh.
I know you like Harry Potter.
I assume because you are all things Lord of the Rings, you had quite the day yesterday. For those of you who are not familiar with this, The Hunt for Gollum is not the only Lord of the Rings movie coming out, as Peter Jackson, the director of the first films, announced that a new movie is coming as a basically direct sequel 14 years after the passing of Frodo. Sam, Merry, and Pippin set out to retrace the first steps of their adventure. Meanwhile, Sam's daughter Eleanor has discovered a long-buried secret and is determined to uncover why the War of the Ring was very nearly lost before it even began. Now, I'm going to assume that Jason and Kayla are not incredibly familiar with this story. I apologize if I'm wrong.
No.
But I think I could give you guys all day. Matt, you were familiar with this, I assume, or no?
Is this the Stephen Colbert thing?
Thank you for stepping on my punchline. Yes.
Sorry.
Stephen Colbert, along with his son Peter and franchise veteran Philippa Boyens. But yes, Stephen Colbert is co-writing a Lord of the Rings sequel. Matt, your thoughts?
Well, Stephen Colbert is massive Tolkien nerd, like Silmarillion. Oh yeah, massive Tolkien nerd. He'll have like different members of the.
You're saying Tolkien or Tolkien?
Tolkien.
Okay.
So is Tolkien.
How dare you?
Okay.
He'll have different members of the movies on the show, and they'll try and stump him with like very deep Silmarillion, like trivia. And Stephen,
What a fun time!
Right. Oh, it's a great
Good
time.
times.
Yeah.
This is
Yeah.
all foreign language.
I didn't know though. Truth be told, Dave, I didn't know like what the premise of the movie was. I just heard that Stephen Colbert was writing it.
Yeah. There were basically like 5 or 6 chapters in the actual books that were not covered by the Peter Jackson movie, and that's going to serve as the premise.
Cool.
For there.
I'm all in.
NBA Young. In the YouTube chat, NBA Young Cobb has weighed in. Lord of the Rings is trash. Harry Potter way better. Not even close.
Well,
Matt, your thoughts?
some people are just not smart.
I like NBA Young dumb person.
And the Fast and the Furious franchise is better than all of those combined.
That's insane.
Whoa, baby.
But I love the Fast and Furious franchise. But that's
We
insane.
need to get a jingle that we can play, or I can play whenever. Like, I need to get a jingle that's like Christopher Lloyd, he's different. Whenever he says weird crap.
I think that's
like
it
that.
right there.
But apparently, according to you, Dave, if you make a whole bunch of money, that means it's the best.
I don't like when you use my own words against me, Chris. In different arguments.
Are you in
But
a
I'm-
shipping container?
Yeah.
team can't afford to fly him anymore.
Shipping container. I love it.
Let's just say this. Chris Verlaud is the only person that knows what my background was.
And this is incredibly better.
Okay.
This is?
This is, yes.
Yes. He caught, I had the camera on very early this morning when I was setting everything up for this remote studio I'm in. And Chris texted me. Well, hold on. I don't even know if I can read it on the air because I forgot. And usually I can't read Chris Verlaud text on the air. He said, nope. Can't, nope.
Never mind.
I would just like to point out opening day of the Giants season, and Carmichael Dave is wearing a Giants hat but an LA shirt.
What is
Which is pretty crazy.
Dave loves LA. Dave loves it.
That is how you have changed is pretty insane.
I'm not wearing an LA shirt.
Yes, you
Sure
are.
looks like it.
Sure looks like it to me. On opening day of the Giants season, that's insanity from you.
I'm basically wearing a shirt that shouts out my daughter. It's basically my daughter's jersey. It says USC Dad.
Gross.
But guess what? If you want to run with that analogy, that's fine. Which city comes out on top? Oh, it's the San Francisco Giants one, and then below it, the other one.
Dave, if I were to show a picture of you and your outfit to you 5 years ago, you would be disgusted by what you're saying. I'm just saying, you would be flabbergasted.
I'm not disagreeing with you. I would be like, what's? But then if you told me the context, that I'd have some little kid would fly out of my wife, and 18 years later she'd be at US. Well, she didn't fly out. It was more like she crawled out. I don't know.
Slip and slide.
Wow.
Slithered out. Tumbled.
Gross.
I don't want to say tumbled out. That'll get me in trouble. You get my point, though. And now she's going.
Trouble.
Yeah.
Yeah, that part.
Out of everything else.
Yeah.
Dave's just a traitor on opening day. It's pretty crazy. To wear that on all days, but opening day of the Giants season is pretty nuts. Just saying.
You know what?
If you were to wear a USC shirt on opening day of the Kings season, you would be destroyed.
Next year he'll wear a Robert Horry jersey.
You know what? Honestly, look. Hey, Jason, look behind you real quick. Look behind you. You know what you're seeing? The line that you just crossed.
Oh, that was it. Yeah,
that's the line. We don't.
Dave loves LA. Dave loves it.
I think the H word's actually a FCC violation in Sacramento. Celebrity birthdays. Brought to you by the way, can we change this segment from crosstalk to pile on Dave? Because that's pretty much what it is now.
And then it will be that poop emoji, and then you stack them. And
that kind of pile?
Dave's under them.
Yeah.
Perfect. Jason Ross, who got old?
Happy birthday today to Elton John.
Ooh. Nice.
Sing us a song at the piano man.
Sing us a song.
No?
LJ.
I don't know much. I don't know why it sounds like Cher.
It did.
LJ 78.
74. No, 76.
Oh, I think he's 80.
Oh, I'm going to go with 82.
80
as well.
Okay. We have a tie between Dave, Chris, and Kayla. 79.
Oh, cool.
So 78 and 80.
I'll be over
That's
here.
a loser.
I'll be over here if you need me.
Yeah. What's another song he had?
I'm a Rocket fan.
Oh, there you
Rocket fan.
Rocket
Sing
fan?
us the song, you're the piano man. Sing us
I
the
remember
song.
when Rock was young.
Oh, wow.
Exit lights.
In Yugoslavia.
Boy.
You got one shot, one opportunity.
Happy birthday, Sarah Jessica Parker.
SJP.
She foul baits in OKC.
Sex in the City.
Footloose.
Guys, girls just want to have fun. Sarah Jessica
nice.
Parker is 61.
57.
59.
63.
We have a correct answer, and it goes to Carmichael Dave. Happy 61st birthday
Wow.
to Sarah
Thank you.
Jessica Parker.
Had a huge crush on her.
How about
Ferris Bueller's Day Off.
No, that's Jennifer Grey, stupid.
Oh, I thought it was Dirty Dancing.
That's Jennifer Grey.
Before her nose job. Shouldn't have gotten the nose job, took away from
I
her
agree.
character.
How about Nate Bargatze?
Oh, Nashville's own.
Bargatze.
Nate Bargatze is 43.
44.
Who is that?
He's a comedian.
Oh. 45.
46.
Chris is closest, 47th birthday
Wow.
today. Let's go with Danica Patrick.
Ooh, dated Aaron Rodgers.
Also
DP.
drove for NASCAR.
Yes, that too.
DP is 40.
Oh no, she's older than that.
Wow.
43.
45.
44.
We have a correct answer. Christopher Ladd, 44th birthday for Danica Patrick. Happy birthday to Cheryl Swoops.
Ooh.
There it is.
Oh, Cheryl Swoops is
Hannah Swoops.
54.
Yeah.
How old, Dave?
54.
53.
Yeah, 53.
56.
Tie between Dave and Chris, 55. Happy birthday to Tom Glavine.
I don't like this one. Oh,
You sound like your dad right there, by the way.
Tom Glavine's 58.
59.
56.
57.
Kayla's closest. Happy 60th birthday for Tom Glavine. I don't think you guys will know who this is, but Chris does. Dave will. Gene Shalit. You know who that is, Matt?
What is he in?
He was
He used to do movie critic.
Yeah, years ago.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'd like to say Gene Shalit is a member of the He's Still With Us club.
Yeah.
Like, good for him.
John Travolta and Nicolas Cage can face off at any time, in my opinion.
Oh, yeah. I know. Yeah. Gene Shalit. Yeah.
Actually
He was on
pretty
NBC.
good.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, good for you. There you go. How old is Gene Shalit today?
He's old.
Gene Shalit, which is just a nicer, more gourmet version of Gene Onion, is
Oh, my God.
86.
88.
88.
It's a big one for him. 9-0.
88.
9-0? Oh, wow. Happy, Chris is closest. Happy 100th birthday.
Wait,
No
what?
way!
Yeah.
Are you kidding?
No.
Al
Oh my
Roker's
God.
giving him a shout out right
I
now.
was just gonna say, if only
Damn.
Willard Scott was still with us, or Al Roker could shout out his 100th birthday.
Yeah.
Holy smokes.
On this date, in what year did The Bachelor debut?
Ugh.
Ugh.
Needs to be retired.
Wow.
Didn't they just cancel it?
Yes, they
she
did.
yeah,
She
okay.
beat up her
Yeah.
boyfriend.
The Bachelor debuted in 2007.
I'm going to say 2004.
2003.
2005.
Noted Bachelor fan Matt George, 2002.
Oh,
the
that's what I was
closest.
going to say.
Oh.
Bad year.
Let's see.
Really bad year.
Vladimir Klitschko.
Oh, I think he was
Vladimir
married
Klitschko
to
is 40,
Hayden Panettiere.
43.
Is Vladimir the older one or the younger one?
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
46.
45.
51.
Chris is closest. Happy 50th birthday.
Jesus.
There you go. That's good.
All right.
We got through a lot of them today.
We did.
Proud of ourselves.
Me too.
That was a fairly benign crosstalk. I think it's great.
Well, we'll
Nobody
make
say
sure to
anything
ratchet
weird?
it up tomorrow then.
Yeah, once you get out of the container.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm going
Make
back
sure
to
you
the
don't get
Okay,
in a
are
boat.
we sure that Gene Shalit is still alive?
Oh, no.
That's what I'm.
Oh, no.
I just sent you guys a picture of Gene Shalit.
In his
Did
coffin?
you get it? Gene Shalit. Here, I'm gonna.
Wow.
I know we gotta go, but
Wow.
Oh, boy.
it says Gene Shalit's 100.
He looks like a ventriloquist dummy.
Oh, no. So he looked like Al Davis, Tales from the Crypt?
With a lot more hair, dude.
Oh, no.
You know what? If I get to 100 and I look like Gene Shalit, it looks like a party favor exploded. I'm gonna feel wonderful. Matt and Kayla coming up next. Shout out to you.
You never know what you might hear when listening to a Sacramento Kings game.
Keegan going for another triple. Man, is he